that we are late. I was just eating dinner and hanging out with some family. So yeah, apologies for me being late, but let's get into it here straight away. Puck taken down in the Edmonton zone. Brett Kulak with it. Kulak pass across. Cannot get to nobody. Now Kulak with it. Tipped there by Connor Brown down into the corner. Bobrovsky plays it right back behind the net there. Aaron Ekblad sent up towards the right side. Losterinen getting tied up there with somebody. Puck roll off the boards. Hang on, I'm going to adjust. There we go. That's better. Alrighty, here's Kidchuk out in front for Hagee. A shot, he scores! Boy, that didn't take long for us to get on air. And Verhage has tied it up. Yeah, we did miss the first goal. And Edmonton was, leading 1-0, and now they're not. So there you go.
And I hope you guys are enjoying the fine work that our crew here comes on the post out now. Whenever he's soft for weather, he does not waste a moment to get out there. Ford Clark is our PA guy. It's his first year, but he's really become a really recognizable voice, I think. And I try to put him on our promos and just give him a chance to show.
Let's see, did he get deflected in front for Hagee? I don't know. Got tipped somewhere, whether it's Bennett or, well, let's see, Wallman was there. Maybe even Bennett. I don't know. It's... Oh, now they're challenging for goaltender interference. Oh, baby. It went from who deflected it to, oh, is it goaltender interference?
Our ball playing first and second. Here's the 2-0. Second, that matters. Called strike 2-1. You appreciate a great PA guy that you don't have one, right? That's sort of what it is.
Oh, yeah, that's going to stand. Sorry, Oilers, but, I would say they got screwed on that, but I don't think they did.
They get out number 2 to be at the corners, but layers behind the bag of momentum once again. He feels in a fair territory. The foul territory. His only real chance was second.
Oh, and the booze.
Strike there to get
and Edmonton, because of that, they're going to be down a man for a delay of game. Oh, that's just lovely. You know that. Kulak tripped up Bennett, and then that's what knocked Skinner in, and that's how the puck got deflected, too. So, yeah, Florida, they'll go on the power play. Yeah, well, it might have even been Wallman. He might have helped out, too. So, either way, it is tied up here at 1. Let's see if Edmonton can get things going, because that's a little momentum boost here for Florida. Kachuk with it. Down there in the corner. Kachuk swoops one back the other way. Puck will roll out towards center ice there. Aaron Ekblad with it. Ekblad there for Seth Jones. Here's Jones up the left side. Jones on back. Missed Reinhart, but here's Sasha Barkov with it. Barkov crosses the blue line. Barkov in the corner there. Hit back behind the net there. Matthias Ekholm. Ekblad kicks it there. Into the stick of somebody. Matthias Janmark. Yeah. Edmonton's home jerseys are kind of hard to read, I'm not going to lie. Puck will roll out there now for Sam Reinhart. Reinhart out there towards center ice. Jones battles. Here's McDavid with it now. McDavid feeds one out towards center ice. Darnell Nurse will take it up the right side. Here's Nurse with it now. Nurse fires one towards Bobrovsky, and he makes the catch with his glove. Puck taken there by Nate Schmidt. Schmidt feeds it on over there for Sam Bennett. Bennett fires one back in behind the net of Stuart Skinner. Kapanen clears it out towards center ice. Picked up there by Nate Schmidt again. Schmidt carries it out towards center. Schmidt, nice moves there for Sam Bennett. Bennett, nice moves. Clearing attempt there by Nugent Hopkins did not work. Here's Schmidt with it. Tipped in front. A shot. He scores! Brad Marchand, and Florida has the lead. A power play goal at 12:30 of period number 1. Beautiful pass in. Boy. It's going to be Marchand from Schmidt. And for the Rat, that'll be his 5th goal of the of the postseason. Schmidt his 8th point on the postseason too. Well, it's a brand new game now. Puck will roll down into the corner for an icing. Wow, they got a penalty. That's why. McDavid and Miko Nikola going after each other.
Sioux City as Tor Montgomery steps in. Hits one high up toward left center field. But over the alley, reaching up the last moment.
We're going to take a break. We'll be back. Don't go anywhere, please, because why would you go? We're going to go to the commercial for...
I'm so excited. I'm going to get creamed. Let Maxima come in your face.
The closer you shave, the more you need creamy, soothing, medicated Noxema.
Let Maxima come in your face. Some don't. You've got a great pair of hands.
Hello? Yo, what's up? Nothing, B. Just watching the game, having a bud. What's up with you? Nothing. Watching the game, having a bud. True. True. What's up? Yo, who's that?
Yo, pick up the phone.
Hello? What's that? What's up?
Yo, where's Dookie?
Yo, Duke. Yo.
What's that?
What's that?
Hold on. Hello?
So what's up, B? Watching the game, having a bud. True. True.
Welcome back, everybody. Florida with, well, a decent lead right now. I'd say no. 2-1 right now. This postseason on the road, Florida, 8-2 record and a plus 28 goal differential. Face-off will come to the right of Bobrovsky. Puck will roll into the corner. Boy. Well, another penalty is coming up. A tripping call. Edmonton already on the power play. Somebody tripped up Corey Perry, who I wouldn't mind tripping up myself, personally, but... yeah, Sam Reinhart. Oh, wait, no. Well, Reinhart's the guy who got tripped up, so... this will be a 4-on-4 now for a minute and 54. Corey Perry does not look too enthused, but... this will be an interesting 4-on-4 here for these teams. Draisaitl will take the draw with Alexander Barkov. Barkov wins the draw, but it gets back to Matthias Ekholm. Ekholm back behind the net of Stuart Skinner. He'll leave it for Connor McDavid. Well, maybe not. Uh-oh, something happened there towards the blue line. And Edmonton wanted a penalty. Not going to get it. Or maybe they will here. Yes, they will. Ekblad will go to the box. So this will be 4-on-3 now. My goodness. All of a sudden, these teams decided to get a little dirty with each other. Oh boy, Ekblad does not like that one, but you know what? He's just going to have to suck it up. There's 2 guys in the box now for Florida. So yeah, minute and 36 now after the Ekblad penalty. Just lovely, I got to tell you that right now. Just lovely. So a holding call Boy, the Oilers could tie it up here. That would be really nice for them. McDavid will take the draw with Barkov. McDavid wins the draw, although a false start. Because, of course, and Edmonton fans aren't too happy about that. Anyway, here we go. We'll try it again. This time, McDavid wins the draw again. No shocker there. Here's Bouchard with it. There for Draisaitl, back for Bouchard. Bouchard on a cross there, Nugent-Hopkins. McDavid tipped in front. Just got stopped there by Bobrovsky. Now here's Draisaitl with it. Draisaitl feeds it on over McDavid. McDavid spins around there for Bouchard. Bouchard towards the blue line. Bouchard tipped there in front, went wide. Now here's McDavid with it in the corner. McDavid tries to get it in front. Now he'll roll around the net. McDavid feeds it on over across. There's Bouchard, a shot save made by Bobrovsky. Here's Bouchard again, back McDavid. Tipped in, that puck goes flying out of play. Let's see. And Sioux City's up 2-0. I forgot to mention that. We're also covering that game too. But, you know, the Oilers winning takes precedence over this. No, I'm kidding. No, in all seriousness, though, I do want Edmonton to win, but we'll see. Here's Bouchard with it. Bouchard feeds it on over McDavid. McDavid out towards the blue line, but Florida's in the midst of a dynasty here, so here's McDavid with it. McDavid takes a shot, went wide. There's Draisaitl with it. Down there in the corner, Nugent-Hopkins. Nugent-Hopkins feeds one off to Draisaitl. Draisaitl on McDavid. McDavid to Draisaitl. One-time shot went wide. Kind of fanned on the shot a little bit. Here's Bouchard towards the blue line. Bouchard feeds one off McDavid. Barely got to him. Jeez Louise. Here's Bouchard feeding it on back for Draisaitl. Now McDavid. McDavid on over Draisaitl. Draisaitl. McDavid. McDavid on out. Bouchard shot went wide. Rebound Draisaitl. Great stop by Bobrovsky. Here's Draisaitl with it. On out McDavid. Here's McDavid trying to twirl around a defender. Here's Bouchard with it. McDavid pass across. Draisaitl in front. Shot save made by Bobrovsky. And it's cleared down ice. So Edmonton now has a power play for the last 5 seconds. You might as well call it back to even strength. Here's Bouchard. Feeds it on off there. Arvidsson tipped in front. There's a shot. Save made Bobrovsky. Rebound there. Lundell trying to get it away. He's got it in the corner. Lundell feeds it on for Nico Mikkola. And he will get that one as far as center ice before Evander Kane picks that one up. Low Starinen. Now taken there for Dmitry Kulikov. Tosses one to Brad Marchand. Here's Sam Bennett with it. Bennett to Mikkola. Mikkola shot. Skinner got a piece of it. Now here's Kane with it out towards center ice. Kane picked up Podkolzin. Feeds it back behind the net there. Sam Bennett was there. Here's Bennett on Verhaeghe towards center. Carter Verhaeghe with it down there in the corner. Spins around Wallman. Down there in the corner. Verhaeghe now. Podkolzin battling for it. Victor Arvidsson here will take it. Arvidsson down there in the corner. Kachuk battling. Klingberg out Arvidsson. Nice pass across. There's a shot. Save made there by Bobrovsky. Rebound. 2 big stops by Bobrovsky. Oh boy, and some extras afterwards too for good measure, because why not? 3:52 left to go here in this first period. Florida up 2-1. We'll take a break. We'll be back.
Hi, Mr. Wonderful here. You know, I don't waste time, and I definitely don't waste money. I joined Start Engine as a strategic advisor and a shareholder and a paid spokesperson years ago because I liked where this company was headed. And now, the numbers speak for themselves. Start Engine just posted a $30 million Q1 revenue. That's not a typo. That's 3x growth year over year. That's an incredible number. Here's the part you need to hear, though. They're still raising money, but this round only lasts until June. Now you can join the future of startup investing. Of course, it's up to you, but just remember, this round closes next month. Take care, my friends.
She's a moving. She's a moving. Folks waiting on this fall. She's got the style. It makes you want to sing. When she holds forth, you can hear that gavel ring. She's a moving.
Court is now in session at a new time, weekdays at 3 on Fox 29.
Starting September 12th.
Welcome back, everybody. I don't think that was Mr. Wonderful's voice, but what do I know? Quite a lot, to be honest with you, but that's okay. 3:52 left to go here in this first period. Florida up by a score of 2-1 right now. Apologies for missing a couple of names. Their jerseys. Edmonton's home jerseys are so freaking hard to read. I can't. It's really unbelievable. That's why I'm kind of bending down like that so I can see it. Face-off will come to the right here of Bobrovsky. Most rolled goals in a postseason go to Florida with 50. My goodness, Florida. Holy smokes. Face-off is won. Puck will roll down there in the corner there for Draisaitl. I'm back here for Brett Kulak. Picked up Draisaitl. Shot got blocked there in front. That was Frederick now. Puck poked up into the air now for Ekblad. Ekblad out there for Connor Brown. Brown tipped there by Adam Henrique. Out towards center ice, Brett Kulak is there. Kulak will take this one. Out towards center ice there for Kulak. Hits the glass. Down there in the corner. Now Ekblad feeds one back the other way. Perry battling for it. Along with Gustav Forsling. They got it in a scramble. Kachuk. Now Bouchard. Shot out in front. Save made by Bobrovsky. And he'll cover it up. Boy, Perry tried getting it to the net, but couldn't quite get there.
Perry has Ekblad all over him. Surprise poke right there. Terrific job there by Bobrovsky. Played by Bouchard, too. Little shot passes out in front of the net. Splitting there. Nothing worse. Remember the one thing we talked about a little bit, too, a couple of guys that are drinking about this last week.
Face-off will come to the left of Bobrovsky. Lundell will take the draw here with McDavid. And he gets kicked out. He gets switched for Nugent Hopkins. Face-off's won there by Nugent Hopkins. It gets back out to Bouchard. Bouchard, a shot save made there by Bobrovsky. Picked up there for McDavid. Back behind the net. In the corner there for Bouchard. Now Lostarinen with it. Down there in the corner. Lostarinen feeds one back here for Bouchard. Bouchard back down there for McDavid. Here's Corey Perry with it. Perry feeds one off there for McDavid. McDavid pass out there in front, and it was stopped by Bobrovsky. I don't think Nugent Hopkins got a tap on it. I think it was a Florida guy. And there's some extras, you know. There's history here. Of course, last year, so. Yeah, reminder, tomorrow, while I'm all alone, I'm going to have to go out and get me some binoculars. Maybe that might help. I don't know. We'll see, but... Although, me being this close has definitely helped my eyesight a little more, so that's good. Although, you know when I need my binoculars? For the Musketeers games, because their home green jerseys they used this year were hard to read, and some of the away jerseys, oh. Like, there's an old lady who sits on the other side of the row from me, and she uses them, so. Although she's in her early 80s probably, so. Late 70s, I'd say. Somewhere in there. Here's Klingberg with it, feeding it out towards center ice. Wallman fires one back in, and Forsling plays it with a high stick. High stick. Uh-oh, McDavid and the Rat. The Rat is being a rat, I know that.
Association by following the lead social
Face-off will come to the left of Bobrovsky.
of the American Association by logging on
Face-off's one. Here's Forsling with it. Forsling feeds one out towards center ice there for Verhaeghe. Verhaeghe back in behind the net there of Stuart Skinner. Skinner around the boards. Deflected. There's a shot got blocked there by Wallman. Great job by him. Now it's taken by Draisaitl. I don't think binoculars would even help either, to be quite honest with you. Draisaitl there towards center there for Verhaeghe. Verhaeghe there now. Kachuk with it. Kulak kicks it away into the hands there of John Klingberg. Klingberg on out. Kasperi Kapanen feeds it on over across there for Kulak. Kulak down there in the corner. Feeds it around. Draisaitl out there in front. Taken there by Sam Bennett. Oh, that was Kachuk. I didn't see the one in front. Ekblad will take this one. Ekblad saves it for Forsling. Forsling, not 86 seconds left to go in this first period. Here's Ekblad tipped into the hands of Stuart Skinner, back behind the net there. Taken Tomas Nosek with it, tipped out towards center ice into the hands of Nate Schmidt. Schmidt feeds one off for Nosek out towards center ice. Boquist couldn't get a handle on it. Puck will roll into the corner. And a scramble for 1 minute left to go here in this first period. And puck will be sent out towards center ice. Nate Schmidt will take this one. Schmidt feeds it off the boards. And this will go for an icing with 48.8 seconds left to go.
He's got a abrasion on his knees. Pull up his right leg there. You can see he's got a abrasion, a turf burn on that right knee.
Face-off will come to the right of Bobrovsky. Draisaitl will take the draw here with Nosek. Face-off's one. Puck's taken by Schmidt behind the net. On out there for Boquist. Picked up Corey Perry. Into the hands there of Connor McDavid. McJesus in the corner with it there for Nate Schmidt. Schmidt up the left side. Schmidt feeds it back in behind the net there of Stuart Skinner. Picked up there for Matthias Ekholm. And he gets creamed into the boards there by Reinhardt. That was kind of the wrong terminology, but that's okay. Offsides with 19.8 seconds left.
Check swing. Bennett just checked the swing and rolled it to the right side of the infield. When we track it from behind, fields it. He has to lunge for it, and he dives. His knees go skidding across the ground, and field turf sometimes is not well forgiven.
Face-off will come right in front of the Florida bench here. Face-off's won by Sasha Barkov. Who else? On back there for Nico Mikkola. Mikkola out towards center ice there for Evan Rodriguez. He'll fire one towards the net. Stuart Skinner with the nice stop. 5 seconds left to go. Ekholm with it back behind the net. And that'll do it for 1 period of play. Florida with the 2-1 lead. We'll take a break. We'll be back. Don't go anywhere.
7 Brew, we don't sell coffee.
We don't sell energy drinks.
We don't sell smoothies.
We don't sell chillers.
We sell an experience. The coffee is free.
Oh, babe, check this out. Hey, come on. You want a little chicken? You want a Dorito? Are you hungry? I want to get a Dorito.
Babe, don't hurt my dog.
Come on, get a tip. Come on, get a tip. Get a tip. Come on. Hurry, come on.
Here's money with gold at an all-time high. Now's the time to send your unwanted gold for cash, like these gold cufflinks.
I can get cash for this gold medallion of me wearing a gold medallion.
This gold microphone,
My gold record.
my gold golf club,
My gold sledgehammer, baby.
boom,
Ta-da.
my gold giraffe,
My gold pen.
my gold hip replacement.
We melting gold, baby.
Cash, the number 4, gold.com.
Goodbye, old friend.
Yes. Oh. Dude, you got Montana on your jersey. It's a miracle stain. It's a miracle stain.
Baby, I got a Montana miracle stain on my shirt.
There's been a lot of talk about a miracle stain.
And then I was holding my shit like this, and it dropped.
Is that real?
Yeah, it's real.
Crazy.
49
The miracle Montana stain is sweeping the nation.
All over the world are flocking to get a glimpse at what some 49ers fans are hoping could be a Super Bowl miracle.
I saw the stain. All right,
Right here, $20.
here we go. Stain on a stick. Montana land. Where's my 49ers jersey?
Oh, I washed it.
You washed it?
Had a stain on it. Go Ravens.
Joe, where'd you go?
Welcome back, everybody, to the first period intermission report. Right now, Florida with a 2-1 lead right now over Edmonton. But you know what? It's just at the end of one period of play. So, yeah, let's take a look at that first period and see what all happened that period. So, let's cue the music, and here we go. So, well, when we run down the goals, only a minute and 6 seconds in, Leon Draisaitl scored from Kasperi Kapanen and Jake Wallman. That made it a 1-0 game. And then Sam Bennett tied it up at the 10:49 mark from Carter Verhaeghe and Matthew Tkachuk. And then at the 12:30 mark, not too long later, Brad Marchand scored from Nate Schmidt and Evan Rodriguez. That made it a 2-1 game. Let's see here. And then penalties first. At the 6:53 mark, Corey Perry went in for high sticking, 10:49. Of course, they got to delay a game because of the unsuccessful challenge. And then at 12:40, Anton Lundell, 2 minutes for interference. At 12:46, Corey Perry, 2 minutes for tripping. And then at 13:04, Ekblad went in for holding. So, yeah, MLB scores going on from across the country right now. Tied up at 1, the Phillies are at the Blue Jays. Right now in the bottom of the 7th inning, the Guardians lead the Yankees 3-0. Top of the 5th inning, the Rays lead the Rangers 5-3. Top of the 4th, the Diamondbacks lead the Braves 1-0. Coming up shortly, the Tigers are at the White Sox. They must have had a rain delay. Then at 9:40, the Orioles are at the Mariners. 9:45, Padres at Giants. 10:05, Twins at A's. 10-10, Mets at Dodgers. And then other games going on, the Rockies beat the Marlins 3-2, which only 1,100 people attended, probably at the absolute most. So there's that. And then the Brewers beat the Reds 9-1. The Red Sox beat the Angels 11-9 on a walk-off. And the Pirates beat the Astros 3-0. Nationals beat the Cubs 2-0. And then the Royals they were supposed to be at the Cardinals, but that game got postponed. American Association ball right now. Winnipeg beat Kane County earlier today 7-2. Milwaukee leads Lincoln right now 1-0 in the bottom of the 5th inning. tied up at 3 in the bottom of the 6th. Gary's at Lake Country. Sioux City leads Sioux Falls right now 2-0. We'll get to Danny Vaughn for that one here shortly. Kansas City leads Fargo 3-0 in the top of the 4th, and then top of the 5th, Cleburne leads Chicago by a score of 1-0. You know what? We're going to send it on over to Danny Vaughn right now, because why not? Uh-oh. X has just got a home run, I think.
Mike Carton has turned and fired to find work.
Yeah, Andy O'Lear with a humongous homer.
No doubt about it. Here's Josh Day. The base is clear.
Yeah, so tomorrow night we'll be on the air at 8:30 Eastern Time for NBA Finals Game 1 of the Pacers at the Thunder. And then we'll be on the air at 7:30 Eastern Time on Friday night. So half an hour earlier for Lake Country. Well, Sioux City will be in Lake Country, so we'll have the full coverage of that. So we could be on the air for 3.5, 4 hours on Friday night when you include the X's at Lake Country, and then, of course, Game 2 of the Stanley Cup Finals between Florida and Edmonton. So, yeah, it'll be one big, humongous stream. And then Saturday night, I don't have anything planned, mainly because there's no finals going on Saturday night. Although I think I'm going to be all alone on Saturday night, so I think I'll try and find something. I might put a whole bunch of things together and go on probably at about 9 p.m. Eastern, maybe even 9:30 at the latest. It really all depends. We'll see. I think, because I want to air the Ronnie Show at 8 o'clock Eastern Time, the season premiere, so yeah, that's kind of like my goal for Saturday night.
Nothing, a run of the hit, nobody left.
Yes, maybe some like musical performances together, some talking points, like a monologue type thing. We'll do some games. So yeah.
I couldn't wait to rip into a pack of cards as a kid, looking for that special card to add to my collection. Well, it's a big kid.
But yeah, they're in commercial break right now. 3-0. X is in the lead. Of course, 2-1 Florida leads over Edmonton right now. So we got a busy sports night, especially with the College World Series. Game 1 of that is tonight as well. Yeah, of course, it's Texas Tech and Texas in the big dance in that one. We're going to pull up the score on that one.
Jordan Sports Cards, a local business that supports
College World Series
Take a trip back
finale.
to Sports Cards, 922 Tit Street in Ottawa.
What? Did he just say Tit Street? That's hilarious as frick. I can't lie with you on that one. That's honestly really friggin' hilarious. We're not playing anything, but well, right now, bottom of the 4th, Texas Tech and Texas are tied up at 0 right now.
Full home Wi-Fi, batting 8th, advanced security features, and rounding out Sparklight Internet's lineup is reliability. Sparklight Internet.
Well, it's not the commercials they're showing on Sioux Falls' stream, so that's good.
Our free T-shirt Fridays presented by Absolute Screen Art. One of your favorite X's players' T-shirt will be thrown throughout the game, and you better stick around to get that shirt signed by your favorite player after the game. If you are what you say you are, a superstar, then have no fear. This is Henry George of your Sioux City Explorers. Summertime is baseball time in Siouxland.
You know it. We'll have several other broadcasts throughout the summer of the X's. We're going to try and do elimination games. I think that's going to turn into select games. So we could be on a Thursday night. We could be on a Saturday night. Hell, we could be on a Tuesday night. It just depends on what my schedule is going to be like, etc. Plus, although I think we're going to try and avoid Mondays and Tuesdays because those are the fun and games days, and we don't want to screw up the schedules of those. So, yeah, we'll figure out something. We'll still try to do every Saturday night if we can, but we'll see.
First time tonight, a Canary has a base hit.
Yeah, it's only the first time, so let's not get too excited here.
The man aboard, they've had some traffic. The walk's been the real big thing, and traffic on the base pass, but there's Mike Hart. He's walked twice, been on base 2 of those 5
Oh,
walks.
and then the real big news was that John Nagowski got signed by Kansas City. One of our good guys from last year is going to an absolute crappy team.
Hart takes it down for the ball.
I mean,
No,
come
thought it was
on
interesting
now.
talking to
Jeez Louise. Why couldn't
Jabari
he?
Henry in that
Why
interview
is
today
he
that
joining them
Mike Hart's the hitting
nearly
coach.
a month
So
into the
Jabari
season when
kind
he
of
could have just
feels,
stayed with us
as the
and
bench
not
coach,
caused
he kind
any
of does a
hassle?
little
Like,
everything.
come on. My lord.
Here's the 1-0.
But once you leave the
Tied for
X's,
the
I
ball,
hate
too. You know what
you.
that
If you
means?
don't play for the
Talk
X's, I hate
situational
you.
with-
So there you go.
With the guys, or
Mike
talk about
Hart
strategy
was
on the
with Sioux
bench.
Falls
If he
last
has
year.
to work
I
with the
hate
hitters,
the
fine.
dude,
He goes down the
okay?
bullpen if he needs to.
Drew Ward, if he
see
were
what's
to
going
come
on,
to Fargo
who's
or
up and
come
who's
to Sioux
not.
City from Fargo, the big rat he is, you know, I might like him.
Just an extra set of eyes and
Probably.
ears. 2-0.
I mean, look what
Sheffield
happened
back to
when
first, back in
Owen
the middle,
Fowler
swung
came to the
around here.
Muskies. Look what happened
On the
when
right
Easton
side, the back
Zuger
at
came to
second,
the
now is
Muskies.
Josh Davis,
I hated
shortstop. He's
them.
about
I
2
absolutely
steps
hated them, and then
on
I
the right
loved them.
side.
So there. That's just how that works sometimes. All right, we got to take a commercial break because when we come back, we're going to have the second period of play. We'll take a break. We'll be back in 4 minutes. Don't go anywhere. Let's hope my eyes can see a little better.
Hey, man.
How's it going?
What's going on? What are you doing here?
Samsung wants me to be in their new, their big commercial. Next big thing, yeah.
They called me in for the next big thing.
Maybe in 1998 you were the next big thing.
Wow, I've never seen you this excited about something that isn't food.
You are not the next big thing.
They make people physically uncomfortable.
Look, man,
they gave me a phone. I got one too.
Where'd you get that?
They gave it to me because I'm the next big thing.
No, this makes no sense, man.
Are you sure that maybe you're not here to see a guy named Samsung?
I don't think
That
I
would
am.
make more sense. You know what? Let's find a favorable review to one of your movies. No results found.
You know what's great about this is when you take a picture, you can draw on it, and I can actually retouch it, and I can make you look like you're still in your 40s.
Why don't you take that S Pen and shove it
All right, you're here.
Hi.
Hey, so you got the memo. You're working together.
Together.
I got the big room. Come fill it with ideas. Samsung, the next big thing. You two.
Yeah.
Celebrity endorsements. Very big. Very big. You guys know anybody? Pitch me something.
People love commercials with talking babies.
Yeah, those
Talking
creepy-
babies.
So we just use Seth.
In a diaper?
I don't wear a diaper.
You would wear a diaper for Samsung, though, right?
I would wear a diaper for Samsung.
What else you got?
Crowdsourcing.
Huh? I love it.
Put out on the internet that you want people to send you ideas, then you don't have to think of an idea.
That might be good for this spot.
Bigger.
Space. We can send them into the galaxy with the galaxy. But we don't train them. We just send them up there and we see what happens.
Go become an Asian rapper.
I don't think we can do that. We're not Asian. I'm an Asian rapper. I'm rapping, and then guess what?
Espy.
That's really funny.
I have LeBron James.
Hi, Bron. You in on Samsung?
Yeah, totally. Maybe I'll do a cameo on the tablet or something.
That's awesome. With LeBron James.
Man, that's incredible. You get LeBron James, you got the next big thing. You don't even need anybody else.
That's right. We don't. Don't need anyone else.
I've got it. I'm having breakfast with LeBron's kids. Dude, why would you be with LeBron's kids? We're friends.
Introducing the new Subaru Impreza horizontally opposed engine. This configuration helps give a lower center of gravity for exceptional cornering. The technology we share with the Porsche 911 and not with the Honda Civic.
When you need a partner committed to your vision, agents who are realtors are here for it. Here with market expertise that makes a difference. Here for it all, because that's who we are.
It's like milk, made for humans. It's like milk, but made for humans. Wow, wow, no cow. No, no, no. Wow, wow, no cow. No, no, no. Wow, wow.
Welcome, analysts. The result has been a disappointing performance. Welcome, analysts. This was a challenging fiscal year for the company. Due to unpredictable weather, earnings are down. Welcome, analysts.
But as everyone knows, you
can't predict the weather. There's nothing you can do about it.
Welcome back, everybody. Second period of play here coming up with Florida up by a score of 2-1.
Not much else he can do. He dove for it behind the bag.
And right now the X's, well, let's hope they don't piss this down their leg.
Kind of gestures like he's using a wheelchair. Leg it out.
I think Friday night after the stream, I'm going to go out to some restaurant and get something to eat. Like fast food, not like anything. I'm just trying to decide where I want to go Friday night. Because it'll be 10:30. I'll probably get there at about 11-ish once I tear everything down and all of that. So, I don't know. I'll figure something out. And I'll probably won't go to bed till like 1 in the morning. And then maybe get up at like 11 or so. Kind of plan out the show all day and be on the air. That's unless, I figure out something with... Because about half of my family's going to be out of town. So, we'll see what happens. And I'm officially living in Sioux Falls, South Dakota now. This is my new permanent residence, so... Yeah, I mean, we'll still go down to Sioux City for the home games, the Musketeers home games coming up in the fall, but they might not be as often, to be quite honest with you. It just depends on how busy I get with college, so... Although, as long as we can stay on Friday nights and Saturday nights, I think we'll still be able to make it down there quite often, so... Yeah, that shouldn't be that big of a deal. Here we go. Second period coming up between Florida and Edmonton. Yeah, let's see how hard Edmonton's names are hard to read again. This will be exciting. Face off here at center, McDavid and Barkov wins it, and we are off and underway here. Boy, shots that first period. Edmonton with 14 compared to Florida's just 7. Here's Ekholm with it behind the net. Feeds it around the boards, tipped there by Nugent-Hopkins. Here's Rodriguez. The shot got deflected there by McDavid in front. Now here's Nugent-Hopkins back the other way here. Pass across there for Corey Perry down there in the corner behind the net. Ryan Nugent-Hopkins again. Nugent-Hopkins feeds one back there for McDavid. McDavid there now. Perry tipped in front of the goal. Save made there by Bobrovsky, and it's flipped down ice. Darnell Nurse will take this one there in the corner. Nurse back behind the net. Nurse, boy, battling for it. Couldn't decide who he wanted to give it to. Instead, he gives it to Draisaitl. So there you go. When leading after one period of play this season, Florida is 7-0. So we'll see what happens there. There's Draisaitl out towards center ice. Puck is tipped off the boards there now for Lundell. Puck will roll into the hands here of Stuart Skinner. There's Darnell Nurse with it. Nurse feeds one off the boards there for Corey Perry. Tipped there, Kasperi Kapanen. Here's Evander Kane now with it there towards center ice. Evander Kane mishandled there by Brett Kulak. Kulak feeds it on over across. Ooh, there's the one. Okay, sorry. Never mind. Puck will roll into the corner there for Sam Bennett. Bennett with it there now for Trent Frederick. Frederick down there in the corner in a scramble for Henrique. Feeds it around the boards. Picked up there by Verhaeghe. Verhaeghe feeds one out towards center ice. Pass across. Nice pass. Bennett, a shot. He scores! Sam Bennett, second of the game. And it's 3-1 in favor of Florida. Boy, and Bennett's got his 12th of the postseason, too. That's tied for first in goal. Well, no, he just extends his first in goals total.
Outside corner, change of pace. throws him right there. And Akima is out of strikes. A huge strikeout right there. Third.
On the weather side of Stuart Skinner.
2 down. The batter will be Estrada.
Goes towards Schmidt. Nobody's able to get back to
Yeah,
that.
the Sioux City baseball history actually predates Sioux Falls by about 8
Boy, oh boy. Well, now Florida up 3-1. This, oh, yeah, Edmonton, I thought, had them in the first few minutes of this game, but now, well, they've taken a dump. But that's okay. It happens sometimes. Although, in the Stanley Cup Final, puck will roll into the corner. There now for Walden. That's the franchise playoff record for a single postseason, 12 goals, although Godjevich is going down the tunnel, so that'll be interesting. There's a shot, went wide from Jake Wallman. That'll head all the way down ice into the corner there for Stuart Skinner. Picked up there now for John Klingberg with it. Klingberg feeds it out towards center ice there. Podkolzin now with it. This icing's waved off. Interesting. Podkolzin with it down there in the corner there. There's Bouchard, a shot tipped in front of the goal. Rebound picked up there for Janmark. Janmark batted down. Here's Ekblad with it out towards center ice there for Rodriguez. Rodriguez off the boards, picked up there by Evan Bouchard. Here's Rodriguez with it down there in the corner. Picked up there for Bouchard. Bouchard out towards center ice there for Podkolzin. Podkolzin there now for Arvidsson. Arvidsson shot, scores! Victor Arvidsson! Oilers back within one! Whoa, baby. Boy, that's what Edmonton needed right there. Holy smokes. For Victor Arvidsson, that'll be his second goal of the postseason. Podkolzin didn't deflect it. Bobrovsky did, and it went square into the net. Off his left pad. My goodness. So now it's 3-2. 2 goals by each team. One for each in just a minute and 17 seconds. Here's Kasperi Kapanen with it. Huge answer for Edmonton. Boy, fans are still coming down the stairs into their seats. Puck will roll back behind the net there for Mikkola. Mishandled there by Evander Kane. Puck will roll all the way out towards center ice. Here's Seth Jones with it. Nice moves, Jones. A shot save made there by Stuart Skinner. Puck taken there by Evander Kane at center. Back behind the net there for Sergei Bobrovsky. Down there in the corner. Puck's picked up there by Nurse. Nurse back behind the net there for Draisaitl. Oilers looking for another one here. Draisaitl, he's roughed up against the boards there by Seth Jones. Connor Brown now will feed one out. Jake Wallman has this one. Wallman tipped there by Frederick. Nico Mikkola with it. Excuse me, down there in the corner. Excuse me. Yawns galore here. Here's Kachuk with it there down in the corner. Kachuk in a scramble for. Puck will roll out towards center ice there for Jake Wallman. Wallman feeds it on over across. Frederick back for Wallman towards center. Wallman, nice moves. Dances through some defenders. Now it's poked out towards center ice. Oh my goodness. Here's Verhaeghe with it there. Verhaeghe all alone in front. Well, there's the defender. Puck's tipped way up high into the air. And it rolls all the way out towards center ice here. Brown with it. Back behind the net there for Nate Schmidt. There now Dmitry Kulikov. Kulikov out towards center ice. There now for Nate Schmidt. Skinner with it. Into the hands there of Connor McDavid. Ooh, nice little pass here. 2-on-2. Perry feeds one back behind the net there for Ryan Nugent-Hopkins. And a scramble for puck picked up there by Reinhart. Now Rodriguez out towards center ice. Rodriguez down there in the corner. Picked up Ekblad. Out towards center ice. There Nugent-Hopkins. Picked up Gustav Forsling with it. Forsling. And icing. Okay. 14:15 left to go here in the second period. Well, oh, no, we won't take a break. Not yet, at least.
32, 5 ERA, 4 innings this year, 5 strikeouts, a pair of walks. The one thing Mike Meyer loves about this matchup, and he didn't tell me this today necessarily, he kind of smiled and asked.
Here we go. Face-off will come to the right of Bobrovsky. Face-off's one. Here's Ekblad with it. Ekblad feeds it all the way down ice. Picked up there. Darnell Nurse will have it. Nurse there towards center. Nurse feeds one back behind the net. Boy, nasty deflection there. Here's Losterinen with it now. Kapanen with it down there in the corner. Kapanen feeds one. Oh my God, get down, you big old wolf. I forget what his name is in Edmonton. Hunter, I think that's his name. There's a shot save made by Bobrovsky. Losterinen with it now out towards center ice. Picked up there for Kasperi Kapanen. Pass across there now. Ooh, Draisaitl gets knocked down. Now Barkov with it back behind the net there for Aaron Ekblad. Ekblad down there in the corner. Ekblad up the right side towards center. Ekblad feeds it back behind the net there of Skinner. There's Kulak, rather, I should say. Out towards center ice. Seth Jones will pick it up down there in the corner. Ooh, careful. Podkolzin and Seth Jones go down. There's a pass out there in front. Marchand with it, or the Rat. Out towards center ice there for Tkachuk. Tkachuk down into the corner. Klingberg with it behind the net there for Marchand. Klingberg will take that one. Klingberg down there in the corner. Klingberg feeds it across there for Wallman. Wallman. Nice pass across. Podkolzin down there in the corner off the boards. Tkachuk now will handle it out towards center ice. Janmark, nice moves. Puck will roll into the corner behind the net. Verhaeghe. There's Tkachuk with it down there in the corner for Sam Bennett. Bennett, nice move. Spinorama. Scramble there in front. Puck's picked up there. Podkolzin. There now for Tkachuk. Puck will roll into the corner there for Dmitry Kulikov. Kulikov rolls back behind the net. 12:15 left to go here in the second period. And an icing is called. We'll take a break. We'll be back. Don't go anywhere. Be back in a minute and a half. In 2 minutes, actually.
I got a question for you. What does this city know about luxury? Huh? What does a town that's been to hell and back know about the finer things in life? Well, I'll tell you. More than most. You see, it's the hottest fires that make the hardest steel. Add hard work and conviction, and the know-how that runs generations deep in every last one of us. That's who we are. That's our story. Now, it's probably not the one you've been reading in papers. The one being written by folks who've never even been here and don't know what we're capable of. Because when it comes to luxury, it's as much about where it's from as who it's for. Now, we're from America, but this isn't New York City, or the Windy City, or Sin City, and we're certainly no one's Emerald City.
This is the Motor City, and this is what we do.
Welcome back, everybody. Let's get back to the game because I guess they didn't take a commercial break. So, yeah, that was real... or at least it was only a 1 minute break if they did. Anyway, 10:21 left to go here in the second period. Florida leads 3-2. Face-off will come to the right of Stuart Skinner now. Face-off's won there by Henry. Puck will roll into the corner, back behind the net. It's fed out there towards the blue line where they battle after it. Here's Miko. Well, nope. Won't even get there because they call it an icing.
Probably above the letters. A gentleman strikes at the letters, even if it's not the letters, right? Regular season and postseason. Rewind.
Face-off will come to the right of Stuart Skinner. Henrique will take the draw with Bennett. Face-off's won. Puck will roll down into the corner. There's a shot save made there by Skinner. Another shot went wide. My goodness. Puck picked up there, by Connor Brown. Brown, puck will roll back behind the net. Feeds one out towards center ice there, taken by Seth Jones. Sam Bennett's there. Now it's flipped down into the hands of Seth Jones again. Jones with it, rolls in front of the net. Jones, long toss, tipped down into the corner. Stuart Skinner. Now here's Evander Kane with it. Kane out towards center ice. Picked up there, Kasperi Kapanen spins around. Kachuk, now he'll take it. Kachuk all the way out. Ekblad clears it back behind the net there. Stuart Skinner. Carter Verhaeghe with it down there in the corner. Verhaeghe picked up there towards center there for Kasperi Kapanen. Picked up there for John Klingberg. Now Gustav Forsling down there in the corner. Mishandled there by Evander Kane. There's a shot got blocked there in front of the goal. Here's Ekblad with it there out towards center ice. Ekblad picked up there by Jake Wallman. Wallman down there in the corner. Giveaway. There's a shot save made by Skinner from Sasha Barkov. Barkov now Schmidt. A shot save made. Skinner rebound. Just rolls back behind the net. Now another shot in front. Got blocked. Whoa, baby. My goodness. Here's Barkov with it down there in the corner. Barkov feeds one out there. Kulikov in a scramble for with Evander Kane. Now a long toss off the boards there for Nate Schmidt. Schmidt with it. Nice toss off the boards. Cannot connect with Reinhardt. Reinhardt picked up there for Victor Arvidsson. Now to John Klingberg. Klingberg out towards center. There now for Matthias Ekholm. Ekholm takes a shot, went wide. Bobrovsky in a scramble for. Taken there. Ekholm shot went high and wide. Sorry. Puck taken out there towards center ice there for Ekholm. Ekholm into the hands of Seth Jones. 7:57 left to go here in the second period. Puck taken back behind the net there. Bouchard takes this one. Bouchard feeds it on off there to Ekholm. Ekholm out towards center. Here's Verhaeghe now with it. Ekholm feeds it on over across there for Bouchard. Bouchard dumps one down into the corner. There for Ekblad. Spins around a defender, Nico Mikkola. Puck comes out to the point. There's a shot got blocked and wide. Boy, Ekblad and Corey Perry were going after each other down there in the corner. That could have been interesting if they would have dropped the gloves. Here's Nugent Hopkins with it. Nugent Hopkins feeds it on to Brett Kulak off the boards. McDavid with it. Nice moves. Now for Ekblad. Ekblad off the boards. Puck picked up there for Kulak. Now Darnell Nurse takes this one. Nurse feeds one down into the corner. Back behind the net there for Forsling. Forsling on back. Losterinen out towards center ice. Wallman with it now. Wallman picked up there by Nurse. Nurse. Nice moves. Here's Janmark with it. Janmark out towards the blue line. There's a pass in front. Wallman shot save made by Bobrovsky. Puck will roll back behind the net there. Nugent Hopkins back for Wallman out towards the point. Wallman at the blue line takes a shot. Got deflected. Save made. Oh, rebound went wide from Trent Frederick. Here's Ekblad with it there in the corner. Back behind the net. Mishandled there by Gustav Forsling. Here's... Forsling out towards center. Sorry. That'll be an icing. Well, that I do know. 6:18 left to go here in the second period. We'll take a break. We'll be back. Don't go anywhere.
You call can't expect to see results if you're just walking during the day. Me, lost 15 pounds and 2 pant sizes in 3 weeks just by walking. Everyone says that you need to walk 10,000 steps a day, but I'm tired of hearing that because everybody's different. I took a quiz that calculated exactly how much I should walk to lose weight, and for the first time in years, the weight started coming off. Want actual weight loss results? Just take the quiz. It's free. Get your personalized walking plan and start losing weight today.
Boy, has TNT not taken any commercial breaks this second period? I don't think they have. It's costing me $900,000 per 30 seconds, so I'm losing money right now. Puck will roll back behind the net there for Ekholm. Mosterina now, Seth Jones with it. Down there in the corner. Draisaitl with it out towards center ice. Draisaitl, 5:52 left to go here in the second period. Draisaitl there, McDavid. Pass across, there's a shot save made by Bobrovsky. Now that's Reinhart with it out towards center ice there for Seth Jones. Jones feeds it back in behind the net there of Stuart Skinner. Picked up Reinhart there, Rodriguez. Now Mikula, Rodriguez. Down there for Reinhart. On out Rodriguez, shot got blocked there in front of the goal. Out towards center ice there, Nico Mikula with it. Mikula back behind the net there for Evan Rodriguez. Behind the net taken there for Ekholm. Kachuk with it now. Kachuk feeds one off the boards. That'll go all the way down ice. Bobrovsky plays it all the way down. Nice pass here for Kachuk. Here's Kachuk. A shot. He fed on it. Rebound there in front. It's loose. Puck's on out. A shot went wide. Now another shot. Here's one-time shot by Kulikov, got blocked, and there's a foot race out towards center ice. Here's Janmark with it now. Janmark feeds it on across. Verhaeghe with it back behind the net there, Kulikov. There's Janmark, a shot. Rebound there in front. Podkolzin behind the net. 4:38 left to go here in the second period. Nurse with it. Florida leads 3-2. Nurse down there in the corner. Kachuk battles with him. Verhaeghe with it. Feeds one back behind the net there with Kulikov. Now Kachuk with it. Nugent Hopkins got tripped up there. No penalty called, surprisingly enough. Here's Schmidt with it now. Picked up there for Kulak. Kulak towards the blue line. Now Verhaeghe takes a shot. Went up high and wide. Picked up there for Kulak in the corner. Rebound now McDavid with it. Now Marchand on a Forsling shot. Went wide. Picked up there by Ekblad. Rebound in a scramble for. Picked up McDavid with it. Now missed on over there for Kulak. Kulak, there's a shot. Forsling. And Stuart Skinner made the stop. Boy, lots of extras going on afterwards. Now we'll take a break and we'll be back. Jeez Louise.
Introducing the new Subaru Impreza 4-channel anti-lock brakes. That's one channel for each wheel and one more channel than the Honda Civic.
Oh, Egg McMuffin. Good call, babe. And you're definitely not my boyfriend. Oh.
It's easy to get lost in breakfast at McDonald's.
Yeah, where?
Mr. Fogel, no denying your body's changed over the years. Yes. Sir, this committee must know, did you ingest anything that helped create this change in your physique?
Yes.
Go on.
Usually a 6-inch turkey breast sub for lunch and a foot-long veggie delight for dinner.
You get those over the counter?
Yes, at a Subway restaurant.
What is this? Thanks. We're going to need more of it.
Am I free to go?
I have type 2 diabetes, but I manage it well. It's a little pill with a big story to tell. I take once daily Jardiance at each day start. As time went on, it was easy to see. I'm lowering my A1C.
Jardiance works 24/7 in your body to flush out some sugar. And for adults with type 2 diabetes and known heart disease, Jardiance can lower the risk of cardiovascular death too. Jardians may cause serious side effects, including ketoacidosis that may be fatal, dehydration that can lead to sudden worsening of kidney function, and genital yeast or urinary tract infections. A rare life-threatening bacterial infection in the skin of the perineum could occur. Stop taking Jardians and call your doctor right away if you have symptoms of this infection, ketoacidosis, or an allergic reaction. And don't take it if you're on dialysis. Taking Jardians with sulfonylurea or insulin may cause low blood sugar.
Jardiance is really swell, the little pill with the big story to tell.
Welcome back, everybody. Face-off will come to the right here of Stuart Skinner with just about 3:50 left to go. Face-off's won. Puck will roll back behind the net there. Now for Trent Frederick off the boards. Tipped there by Forsling down there in the corner. Frederick is there. Picked up there by Eric Ekblad with it. Now Forsling with it, feeding it out towards center ice. Picked up there for Ekholm. Ekholm will roll back behind the net now. 3.5 left to go here in the second period. Boy, my goodness, Ekholm now finally gets the puck for, well, throws it out of play. I know that.
Very workmanlike tonight. Defense work behind him. He's got some really good plays. He's also done great defensively himself. And he up here. 0-2. Good. Getting some quality just missing low. Not by much. Not by much. Maybe a step inside this. So 1-2.
Face-off will come to the right of Stuart Skinner here. Trent Frederick will take the draw with Anton Lundell.
12, first, 3-1, Sioux City, 6th inning. Some real important saves since giving up that third goal. The first snap throw back over, back in there.
Lundell wins the draw. Here's Marchand with it. Right out there in front. Shot save made by Stuart Skinner. Picked up there by Anton Lundell. There, Losterinen. Lundell there in front. Picked up there by Draisaitl, and here they come 2-on-2. Draisaitl there towards center. Mishandled there by Victor Arvidsson. Losterinen, shot went up high and wide. Here's Evander Kane with it. Kane picked up down there in the corner off the boards towards center. There now for Evander Kane. Kachuk, careful down there. Good Lord. Kapanen with it. 2:38 left to go here in the second period. Here's Verhaeghe with it back behind the net. Verhaeghe, 2.5 left to go. Seth Jones with it behind the net. Feeds it on over. Nico Mikkola out towards center ice. Kachuk picked up there for Bennett. Back behind the net. Kulak was there. Kulak. And Skinner covers it up with 2:18 left to go. Oh, they're taking another commercial break. My goodness.
How about that one? 115 pitches. It is a take right there. No
So that's going to be the end of it for him.
X is 3. And Canaries.
Yeah, so, well, I'll say this. Coming up on the second period intermission report, we'll have scores from across the country, and, yeah, we'll kind of preview the rebrand video we've got for you tomorrow night. So, yeah, that'll all be coming up, and we'll have more, well, Sioux Falls. So, technically, they're here in town playing, which, you know, but, yeah. And then I might be going out of town tomorrow, but I should be back in time for, well, right back in time before 7:30 Central Time. I should be, with dinner included, because we'll probably, from what it sounds like, we'll probably leave at like 1:30 or 2 o'clock, go there. That'll be about 3:15. Maybe be there for an hour. That's 4:15. Come back 5:30. You got dinner maybe until between 6:30 and 7. So it'll be close. At least tomorrow night the game won't tip off until 8:40 Eastern. So that gives us more time to, you know, we won't miss as much tomorrow night. So yeah, although I gotta finish my notes. Although I'll have an afternoon tomorrow to do that. I think what I'll probably do, I could even go and get the binoculars tomorrow. Like I said, I don't think those will help, but hey, maybe when it comes to the season down at the Musketeers game, those could help. So, yeah, we'll see. Alrighty, here we go. Face-off will come to the right here of Stuart Skinner. 2:50 left to go. Or it was 2:18 or something like that. Left to go into the second period. McDavid will take the draw with Sam Bennett. Well, Bennett gets kicked out. Well, no, he's just got a warning, that's all. Although he probably will get kicked out here soon rather than later. Sooner rather than later. Oh my goodness, just drop the dang biscuit. They do. No, they don't. And now McDavid screwed it up. So, this is just incredible, I gotta say that. Verhaeghe will take the draw with Nugent Hopkins. Face-offs won there by Verhaeghe. Picked up there by Gustav Forsling. There's a shot, got blocked there in front of the goal. Puck taken out there for Forsling at the blue line there now for Sam Bennett in the corner. Bennett with it. Spins around a defender. Bennett off the boards. Ekblad shot save made by Stuart Skinner.
6'3", 215. He's from Scottsdale, Arizona, with the Long Beach State, a Long Beach State dirtbag.
Change of venue. Monday night, Sunrise, Florida, Game 3.
Double to start the inning.
And then a
two-day break. By the policy, here's Austin Davis, cornering a bunts cover.
And then another 2-day break.
Double early, he shows a bunt.
Face-off will come to the left of Skinner. Kulak wins the draw. Puck will roll out towards center ice. There now for Sam Reinhart. Reinhart, nice moves. Reinhart shot. Got deflected into the hands of Stuart Skinner. The minute 48 left to go here.
Changes direction, I believe, about 15 feet out across Stuart Skinner. There's the stick in right off his pant leg. That's exactly what it went off of. But Skinner's able to track it and not give up a second chance opportunity.
9-8-1 ERA in 3 2/3 innings. Shows a bunt again. This one's pulled down. Pulled back.
Face-off will come to the right here of Stuart Skinner. Face-offs one. Puck will roll out towards the blue line. Slap shot went wide of Skinner. Picked up there by Evander Kane down there in the corner. There now. Wraparound try attempt by Skinner failed. Puck will roll into the corner there for Draisaitl. Picked up around the boards. Darnell Nurse with it. Oh, a nasty deflection in front. Shot save made. Skinner. Rebound. It rolls out towards the blue line. Now Evander Kane with it. Crosses the blue line. Kane tipped by Draisaitl. A penalty's coming up. They got a stick on high. So it'll be a high stick here coming up. In the corner, Nico Mikula with it. And a little touch and some extras going on afterwards with a minute 13 left to go. Oilers are going to have a power play here, so... Oh my God, they're taking another freaking commercial break. They've stacked the 3 commercial breaks in the period within the final 4 minutes. My God. I've literally lost probably about $3 million in advertising just because TNT can't get their together. It's 6 minutes before the watershed, so I couldn't really say anything just yet. Yeah, so unless... Because... Okay, here, I'll lay it out like this. I have 2 uncles, and I'm living with my grandma. So, my grandma's going to be gone Saturday. My one uncle and his family might be gone this weekend completely. We'll see. And then I think the other one, I think they're all going to be here in town. So, unless I'm doing something with them on Saturday night, then we'll probably be back on air here on Saturday night with something. I'll prepare for, like I said, a whole bunch of songs, maybe some talking points. We'll have like a monologue in the beginning, games, yeah, games, songs, talking points, yeah.
1, 2, 4 there, but boy, that was a good play, a good bunt, man, that was great. Second and third they are. Zach Vuletic carving out Vuletic.
Why go commercial when you can have all the comforts of private?
The all-new 2025 Infiniti QX80.
Yeah, I gotta plan out where I'm going to eat.
Luxurious way to travel.
Georgia's fifth.
Four presidents of tech. Welcome, American head. Nations are teetering.
Are you with us or not, man? This is a terrifying experience.
7 multi-game ball games. Players got 7 coming in. Davis, George.
Look at our Happy Place presented by Happy Gilmore 2.
There it is at the knees. About strike 1-1.
With Rodriguez in the box, Oilers.
7th inning, 3-1, Sioux City.
Talked about the crazy bounce around the boards. Nurse tries to go behind the net. All of a sudden, here comes Barkov.
Playing baseball in these two towns for a long time, although
with the opportunity
one
maybe
more
off the
than
right
the
pad of
historical side of things
Stuart
versus
Skinner.
City.
And there you
Actually,
see the high stick around the facial
higher
area.
level mostly. Here's a 1-1. Away from the ball, 2-1. The Cornhuskers and the last century Sooners were playing.
All right, they're back now, so face-off will come right in front of the Edmonton bench. McDavid will take the draw with Barkov. Sasha Barkov, my guy. Face-off's won. Here's Nugent Hopkins with it. Picked up there for Evan Bouchard. Bouchard on back there for McDavid. Crosses center. McDavid feeds it on over there to Draisaitl. Draisaitl towards the blue line. There now is Nugent Hopkins. Nugent Hopkins back there for Bouchard. Bouchard in there, McDavid back to Bouchard at the blue line. Shot went wide. Picked up there for Nugent Hopkins. Picked up now McDavid with it. McDavid off the boards to Nugent Hopkins. On out towards the blue line. Draisaitl on back. Bouchard feeds it off Connor McDavid. McDavid to Bouchard on Draisaitl. Slap shot just went wide. 31 seconds left to go here. Excuse me. Nugent Hopkins shot save made by Bobrovsky. Now McDavid on across Draisaitl. One-time shot got blocked. It's Draisaitl again. 17 seconds left to go for Bouchard. There McDavid. McDavid on across Draisaitl. Bouchard. One-time shot save made by Bobrovsky. 10 seconds left to go. And the puck is cleared down ice. That's okay. Edmonton will still have quite a bit of time on the power play to get started with the third. Bouchard. One more rush up the ice, and that is going to do it. Well, we're at the end of 2 periods of play. 3-2. Florida in the lead. We'll take a break. We'll be back. Don't go anywhere.
Introducing the new Subaru Impreza engine computer and the automatic transmission computer. Unlike the Honda Civic, ours talk to each other. Listen.
With Hotels.com, members save up to 20%. With that kind of discount, you could stay at a place with a killer spa. Get a manicure, clean up those mitts a little, eh? Hotels.com. Members save up to 20% at hundreds of thousands of hotels.
That big dream of yours? Why not pursue it? That hope that you're hoping? It's time to come to it. Dreams, plans, bank account, all made congruent. With us in your corner, you're ready. Let's blue it.
I think a Tic Tac is clearly better than a Certs.
Oh, get out.
No, really. With only 1.5 calories, Tic Tac freshens your breath just as well as that does.
Oh, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Let's see. I'm almost convinced.
Not me.
No, right. I am convinced.
Tic Tac.
I'm going with history for now.
The incredible 1.5 calorie breath mint.
Come on.
All major highways are currently closed.
You gotta be kidding me.
What do you want to do?
Hey! All right. Let's do it the old school way. Let's go.
We're running low on mud.
Can't see anything. Look! Good job, buddy. Sorry I'm late.
You put the load right on me.
Introducing emblem on the new Subaru Impreza. It's the same old emblem you see on all Subaru cars, and 93% of them registered in the past 10 years are still on the road today. So, what's new?
Dope. That's
Wow. Perfect temperature, perfect taste. Ember, the world's first temperature control mug.
Hi, I'm Rick Titus, the host of Driver's Talk Radio. Looks like you're having a lot of trouble with your caravan.
Oh, see, it weighs a ton.
Let me show you this Ford Freestar.
Sure.
I think on a daily basis, you're going to find this a lot easier to live with. Come check this out. Just one hand.
Okay, I'm depressed. I just bought that caravan.
I understand. Here's someone who helped me when I was really depressed.
Therapist?
No, actually a Ford dealer. Come on, I'll help you with that seat.
The all-new Ford Freestar. If you haven't looked at Ford lately, look again.
Cheese in the shell. This is gonna be bigger than man buns.
This is going to be bigger than Tinder.
This is gonna be bigger than drones.
What? It's going to be bigger than aliens! Aliens? Oh, it's going to be bigger than James Harden's beer!
This is going to be bigger than those things. It's going to be bigger than football. Real football.
It's going to be bigger than everything.
Welcome back, everybody. Well, it's now 10:02 p.m. Eastern Time, 9:02 here in the studio. So, and it's still light outside, believe it or not. So, yeah. Anyway, here we go. Let's take it from here on the intermission. Let's take a look at that second period. Recap it real quick here. Florida, 17 shots on goal that period for a total of 24. Edmonton just 8 for a total of 22. 2 goals scored that period. First one at the 2-minute mark. Sam Bennett scored for Nate Schmidt and Carter Verhaeghe. That made it a 3-1 game. And then Victor Arvidsson scored from Valerie Podkolzin and Evan Bouchard at the 3:17 mark. And then penalties, the only one, Evan Rodriguez, 2 minutes for high sticking. MLB scores from across the country. Bottom of the 8th inning right now, the Rays lead the Rangers 5-3. Bottom 7, the Diamondbacks lead the Braves 1-0. Middle of the 3rd inning, the Tigers leading the White Sox 4-0. Bottom 2nd, Orioles lead the Mariners. No, they don't. They're tied up at 0. Sorry. I was looking at the next score. Padres lead the Giants 2-0. Coming up here shortly, the Twins are at the A's, as well as the Mets at the Dodgers. Rockies beat the Marlins 3-2. Brewers beat the Reds 9-1. Red Sox walk it off 11-9. Pirates beat the Astros 3-0. Nationals beat the Cubs 2-0. Guardians beat the Yankees 4-0. Blue Jays beat the Phillies 2-1. And then the Royals were at the Cardinals, but rain caused it to get delayed. So yeah, right now Winnipeg, when we turn over to the American Association, Winnipeg leads Kane County. They beat them earlier today 7-2. Right now Lincoln leads Milwaukee 2-1 in the bottom of the 8th. Gary beat Lake Country earlier today 6-3. Top of the 7th, the X's lead the Canaries 3-1. Bottom of the 7th, the Monarchs lead the Red Hawks 3-2. And then the Railroaders lead the Dogs 4-0 in the bottom of the 7th. And then College World Series right now, top of the 7th inning, Texas leads Texas Tech 2-1. So yeah. All right, let's get back to Danny Vaughn.
9 KSCJ, Sioux City, Iowa.
Perfect. We're right back in time.
Bullpen summon. Chase Jesse will take over here in this bottom of the 7th. So Weatherby's book is closed. Boy, great work again for the X's. 6 innings for Weatherby. Double check the official numbers here, but I got 6 innings, 4 hits, the 1 run was earned. 5 walks and 4 strikeouts. Another great outing for a starter, and that's just come. It's amazing. I said this today, and I firmly believe it. I know it probably doesn't resonate necessarily. They're probably thinking, oh, Vaughn just, well, not you guys are, but fans of the cities who do watch. I really believe this starting staff, any manager in this league that has a clue would take these 4 starters over anybody because of what they're doing. It's consistent. And, I mean, it gives you a chance every night. You get a chance tonight here is
Okay, now I know it's time.
Getting
We
the
need
same
to go to
page will
break.
be Bird and the lefty Jesse as Mike Hart will lead off. For Weatherby, that's his 4th quality start.
Hey, you're gonna
14
lose.
quality starts for the X. 14. Lefty-lefty matchup, and the first one is away for the ball 1-0. Pitch is at the knees. A call strike 1. Well, let's give you Jesse's numbers here. I wonder. I think he was banged up last week.
Know. So you can run it. Get your man
just missed
on the
away.
floor.
It's 2-1.
I don't know why.
Worked against Cleveland on
I'm
the
singing
first
along
and
to
third of an
that,
inning, but he was rolling around a long.
It's a catchy song, so I mean.
Caught that spike in the mound down there in Kansas City. It was a 2-1.
So Kansas City tried to rig some games against us. That's just lovely. It failed because we got 2 out of 3. So
way around that right side. And deep of that 3-4 hole, 1 away to get the Speedy Hart 4-3. Yeah, Kansas City. It was the 28th. That was last Wednesday night. He had the 1 walk, faced 1 batter, and left the ball game. Remember, he twisted the ankle and locked the knee up, too, and he was... It bothered him, I think, over the weekend. Now, with Wednesday upon us, he's had a couple days off. Last worked on Sunday, and the pitch to Jabari Henry at the knee is a called strike 1-1. 2.45 ERA this year. He's 1-0. 11th appearance, has a save in 11 innings, 17 strikeouts, 8 walks. 7 hits surrendered. There's the 0-1. Henry takes it, sinking at the knees, 0-2.
Sinking at the knee. Why are we wooing like
3-1
idiots?
Sioux City in the 7th. Getting late up the road in I-29 here. 0-2. High for the ball.
Y'all sound like idiots. I hope you realize that.
Taking over just the last remnants of a Wednesday in South Dakota.
Last few hours, 2 hours and 52 minutes.
Will come on in a few minutes. The 2 red lights on top of it are there, but 1-2. Swinging away, got him. See you later. Jabari Henry out on strikes. There's out number 2. 2 down.
Boo, you suck. Said to make some noise. I mean, geez Louise.
Lefty-righty matchup.
Oh. That's not going to work.
No. Okay. At the knees, I called ball.
Yeah, woo! Called ball. Woo! They're doing the wave, that's why.
Is that what happened?
Oh my God! Did they call a balk?
It's not the X's bullpen. Kiddo dropped the ball over the fence of the grass.
Oh my! Of course, it was a kid
out there on the left side.
Did that.
Third base umpire Kelvin Boltron had to go over and grab him with the Kiddo and tossed it back to him. It's 1 ball, no strikes. 2 down, bases clear. 3-1 X. Pitch. Swinging a wave. It's 1-1.
Life is a highway, I won't ride it all night long. That's the song they're playing.
Ball to strike.
Your way,
it's St. Patrick's. It's actually St. Joseph's. Not St. Patrick's that I'm thinking of. That's New York. 1-1. Get out toward left. Coming in, still coming. And right there will be
yeah, there you go.
Reaching up.
Perfect.
South Dakota Twilight with a soft line drive for out number 3. They go in order.
Well, they don't need the shades anymore. I know that. Oh my. Well, third period coming up. Edmonton, they need to tie it up. Although I have a feeling that if they tie it up, we're going to go to overtime, and it's going to go long into the night. I have a feeling. Maybe double, possibly even triple overtime, I think. If Edmonton ties it up, at least I hope so. I want to call another double overtime game. That's for sure. I don't know why, but we'll take a break. We'll be back. Don't go anywhere. After this commercial break, sponsored by YouTube Premium.
Listen, paying $14.99 a month for a streaming app, and $9.99 a month for a music app, and $12.99 for a fitness app, and more money for a bunch of other apps, that really adds up. So why not get YouTube Premium for just $13.99? It's like having all those and the entire world of YouTube uninterrupted. Your wallet will thank you, if wallets could talk. YouTube Premium. Try 1 month free.
Cheese in the shell. This is gonna be bigger than man buns.
This is gonna be bigger than Tinder.
This is gonna be bigger than drones.
What? It's gonna be bigger than aliens! Than aliens? Oh, it's gonna be bigger than James Harden.
This is gonna be bigger than those things. It's gonna be bigger than football. Real football.
It's gonna be bigger than everything.
We'd like to introduce you to the new Subaru Impreza distributor. But unlike the Honda Civic, we don't have one. So there's less trouble starting in wet or cold conditions. We eliminated the problem by eliminating the part.
From beginnings to finish lines. From rehab to performance. From first steps to giant leaps. You are strong. Good Samaritan. Your teammate in life. Your partner in health.
I don't know how you do it. I've put together some really impressive deals. But this thing you've pulled off, it's amazing. A big and tasty for just $1? How do you do it? What's your secret?
Got a buck? You're in luck. Because you can get a delicious beefy big and tasty, a McChicken sandwich, and lots of your other favorites on McDonald's Dollar Menu every day.
Together, Grimace, we could own this town.
There is a revolution coming.
Excuse me? What do you mean?
The future is staring back at us like a perfect picture on glass. And this future, it must be protected.
What's it got to do with me?
Look.
What is it?
It will change everything. That's why they want to stop it. They will come after you without cease. Because the future belongs to us. LG OLED. Perfect picture on glass.
Who are you?
Oh, come now. I've already told you. The future is staring back at you. LG OLED TV.
Introducing the new Subaru Impreza suspension. Its longer wheel travel and lower friction give a smoother ride, which makes it kind of rough for some of our competitors.
$5.
How about $1?
Getting what you want for less? Kogan.com. Clean awesome.
You've got your sunrise. You caught a prize. Your mate and your Johnson. Party nights, summer whites. You, your friends and your Johnson. Rooster tails, water trails. You, your kids and your Johnson. Saturday nights, distant lights. You, your girl and your Johnson.
You and your Johnson, a way of life for over 50 years.
Prostralo Auto Mall in Madison has you covered for all your transportation needs. In need of service, maintenance, or tires? Our certified specialists have you covered. Glass repair or replacement? Our top-rated collision center has you covered. Looking for your next new or pre-owned car, truck, or SUV? Let our experienced sales team help you find that perfect vehicle. Experience, trust, and first-class customer satisfaction. You're covered at Prostralo Auto Mall in Madison. ProstraloAutomall.com. South Dakota strong for 64 years.
Welcome back, everybody. Third period of play coming up. Well, Florida with a 3-2 lead. Do they have a comeback inside them? We will see. Uh-oh, X has got another home run. So now they're up 4-1.
Back-to-back odors. Use Febreze plug-in. It has a
strike
that
or what?
takes between 2 cents to fight odors.
Boy, this is
and provides
exciting.
freshness for up to 50 days. Try Febreze plug.
It's an old swing
Okay.
roller behind the plate, fouling too. I didn't talk about this last night, but I always have a good kick when we come here. The strikeout gentlemen. There's a couple of them, but these guys that longtime fans that run the K counters.
Sleep at night on a mattress firm. So I sleep.
Away, got him. Have to climb back up. The gentleman had to climb up the stairs again. He just got a strikeout. What he does, he walks up, and it's like a short order K. Puts the K on the little short order line. He'll zip it on down. You'll hear it in a moment. I'll put the lights right by it. He attaches the K. It's almost like you're ordering it's like a patty melt, tater tots.
Here we go.
All right, he'll zip it on down the line. You're going to hear it in a moment. He's going to come up with that strikeout.
Okay, here we go. Nosek wins the draw, and we are off and underway here in this third period. Edmonton has a power play for 40 more seconds. Puck's picked up here for McDavid. McDavid on over there for Bouchard. Bouchard tipped off the boards. Down there, Corey Perry with it. Spinorama, Forsling with it. On back there for Bouchard. Bouchard. There now, Draisaitl. Draisaitl. 17 seconds left to go on the power play. There now for Bouchard. Bouchard, nice moves. Bouchard feeds one back there for Draisaitl. Draisaitl gets tripped up. Bouchard, a shot. Save made. Rebound there in front. It's loose. Now it rolls into the corner. 5 seconds left to go, and that's going to do it for the power play. Bouchard will handle this one. Puck will roll into the hands there of Connor McJesus. Here's Skinner with it now. Back behind the net there. Evan Bouchard with it. Bouchard behind the net. 1 minute into this third period. Bouchard, a long toss there. Nice pass to Brett Kulak. There now Kasperi Kapanen back behind the net. There now Nico Mikkola with it. Evander Kane into the hands there of Mikkola. Puck will roll out towards center ice. Back behind the net. There now for Rodriguez. Behind the net, Rodriguez. On out Trent Frederick with it. Frederick intercepted here by Godjevic. Back behind the net. Brett Kulak will take this one. Kulak up the right side there now for, let's see, that was Arvidsson down there into the corner. Kulikov with it, back behind the net. Kulikov off the boards, mishandled there by Kachuk. Janmark, now Podkolzin. Victor Arvidsson, John Klingberg now with it. Klingberg feeds it on across. Puck in a scramble for there towards center. Ekholm there. Now picked up by Kulikov. Kulikov feeds it on off there to Nate Schmidt. Schmidt feeds one off there for Bennett. Bennett flips it into the hands of Stuart Skinner. Quite literally into his hand. It's your birthday. It's your birthday. Oh my goodness. Okay. Face off one. Puck will roll out towards center ice there now for Aaron Ekblad. Ekblad off the boards out towards center ice. Here's Lundell with it. Lundell, nice moves, loses control of the puck. Lundell feeds one back behind the net. Stuart Skinner down there in the corner in a scramble for. Ekholm's there, shows love Stuart.
I had never thought about this.
Puck will roll back behind the net. It's sent out towards center ice there for Aaron Ekblad. Ekblad.
I had not thought about this.
Off the boards.
Definitely did some.
Picked up there, Trent Frederick. Here's Brad Marchand on Lostarina and takes a shot. Save made by Stuart Skinner. Puck will roll into the corner there for Bouchard. Back behind the net there for Ekholm. Ekholm now on Bouchard. Bouchard picked up there, Leon Draisaitl. Draisaitl into the corner, back behind the net. Taken there, Nico Mikkola. Mishandled there by Sam Reinhart out towards center ice. There now for Bouchard. Bouchard back towards the blue line. Bouchard feeds it out towards the blue line. There's a shot, went up high and wide. Here's Bouchard. Puck will roll back behind the net there. McDavid with it. McDavid tipped out there in front. Rodriguez with it out towards center. Jake Wallman with it now. Wallman for Bouchard. Bouchard has it right out in front.
Thanks, John. That's good, man. That's a young
Puck will roll all the way out towards center ice. Tip down there for Nate Schmidt. Puck will roll off the boards there for Jesper Boquist. Boquist down there in the corner with Godjevic. Puck will roll off the boards out towards center ice there for Dmitry Kulikov. Now off for Nate Schmidt. Schmidt feeds it back behind the net there of Stuart Skinner. Picked up Godjevic behind the net. There now for Adam Henrique with it. Henrique feeds one out towards center ice. Here's Darnell Nurse with it. Nurse up the left side, right side there with Evander Kane down there. Sam Bennett behind the net. Bennett.
I'll try to remember to share the story that I had with
Verhaeghe with it. Tipped out there towards center ice. Mishandled there by Sam Bennett. Here's Verhaeghe with it now. Verhaeghe, nice moves. Takes a shot. Got deflected up high and out of play. 15-10 left to go here in this third period. Shots 25-22 in favor of Florida.
Don't make it easy on themselves. You get a walk right here. It's a 3-0 from Jesse. All free walk team. Nope, not making it easy on yourself at all here. Well, there we go again.
Oh, Lord. No. No. Go something like that at least. Face-off will come to the right here of Stuart Skinner. Face-off's one. Puck will roll back behind the net there for Darnell Nurse. Teams that win Game 1 in the best-of-7 series are 65-20. We'll see if this will be the case. Lundell with it. Down there towards center. I don't know who keeps track of these stats, but they need a pay raise, I tell you. Kulak with it in the corner. Given away there by Lostarinen. Puck will roll out there towards center. There now for Aaron Ekblad down there in the corner. Ekblad there for Connor Brown. Brown picked up there for Lundell. Lundell feeds one down into the corner there. Darnell Nurse with it. Here's Connor Brown with it now.
I saw the theater that I had low expectations for because
here's Brown with it. Brown back behind the net into the hands of Sergei Bobrovsky. There now is Evan Rodriguez. Rodriguez out towards center. Back behind the net. There now for Jake Wallman. Wallman down there. Evan Bouchard with it. Bouchard picked up there for Draisaitl. There now Corey Perry. There's a shot. Save made by Lostarinen. Puck will be picked up down there in the corner there for Draisaitl. Draisaitl there now. Evan Rodriguez. It rolls all the way out towards center ice. Picked up there for Jake Wallman. Wallman.
Yeah, now when I hear something's good,
Long toss towards the left side. Puck will roll back behind the net there of Sergei Bobrovsky. Now Nate Schmidt will pick this one up. Schmidt feeds one off the boards. Out towards center ice. Batted down here. Bouchard with it now. Bouchard there now for Kulak. Or that might have been McDavid. Now Kapanen. McDavid right out there in front. There's a shot. Scores! Matthias Ekholm has tied things up.
Tonight's single, he's 1 for 2. He's got a walk as well.
Boy, the pressure is on for Florida.
Here, trying to navigate around it is Chase Jesse. No one throwing for Sioux City just yet, and now.
Boy, that's his first of the postseason from Connor McDavid and Kasperi Kapanen. There we go. Well, now Kapanen and Boquist having a tea party there right before the face-off. Boy, we are tied up at 3. Remember my prediction. If they tie this game up, we're probably going to overtime. And if it does go to overtime, it'll probably go to at least a second and maybe even a third. So we'll see. Here's Kapanen with it down there in the corner. Kapanen. Unless somebody takes the lead, because if that's the case, then whoever takes the lead will probably win it. Godjevich with it out towards center there for Boquist. Boquist, nice moves in the corner. Gets roughed up in the corner, up against the boards. There now Nosek with it back behind the net. 12:52 left to go here in this third period. John Klingberg will pick this one up. Klingberg feeds it on across there towards center. Here's Evander Kane with it now. Kane, nice moves. Kane back behind the net. There now for Kulikov. Picked up there for Losterinen. Losterinen batted around, mishandled there by Janmark. Janmark there at center. 12.5 to go here in this third period. Puck picked up here for McDavid. McDavid out towards center ice. Kulak keeps spinning around here. That'll roll into the hands there of Bobrovsky, but a whistle was called for offsides. 12:15 left to go in this third period. We'll take a break. We'll be back. Don't go anywhere.
She Odelled it.
Totally Odelled it.
She was out of bounds.
I can't believe OBJ is at this wedding.
I can't believe that convertible's a Buick.
That convertible's a Buick?
The all-new Cascada convertible. Yes, it's a Buick.
She Odelled it. She Odelled it.
Totally Odelled it.
She was out of bounds.
I can't believe OBJ is at this wedding.
I can't believe that convertible's a Buick.
That convertible's a Buick?
The all-new Cascada convertible. Yes, it's a Buick.
Today's forecast calls for record-breaking temperatures throughout the metropolitan area.
KSON.
Welcome back, everybody. We are tied up at 3 apiece right now. Game 2, of course, Friday night. We'll be on the air at 7:30 Eastern time because the X's will be in Lake Country taking on the Lake Country Dockhounds. So we'll have that for you all, along with Game 2. A huge, gigantic stream Friday night, 7:30 right here on RVN. Eastern time, by the way. Puck will roll into the corner here for Adam Henrique. He's pinned up against the boards there by Barkov. Here's Rodriguez tipped. Will go wide now. Forsling a shot. Will go wide once again. Kulak will pick it up behind the net there. Kulak battles for it with Reinhardt. Puck will go off a skate and out towards center. Forsling flings one back in behind the net there of Stuart Skinner. Kulak on to Darnell Nurse. Nurse with it back behind the net. Nurse feeds one off the boards out towards center ice. Picked up there for McDavid. McDavid has trouble controlling the puck. McDavid in the corner off the boards. On out there for Evan Bouchard. Bouchard there for Draisaitl. Picked up McDavid down there in the corner now. Marchand out towards center. Mikala with it there. Anton Lundell. Lundell pass across into the hands here of Adam Henrique. Henrique's shot went wide. Picked up Bouchard, a shot save made by Bobrovsky.
Top 9, 4-1 X's. First one low for the ball. They lost to
So,
Davis.
coming up tomorrow night, we'll have game 1 of the NBA Finals starting at 8:30 Eastern Time, so make sure you join us for that. So, yeah, Championship June here on RVN. Cover both the NBA Finals and the Stanley Cup Finals. I think it's about 14 games in 18 days if, you know, they go the full 7. So, yeah, that's just the math on that one. So we'll be on tonight, tomorrow night, Friday night, and then Sunday night and Monday and next week have a day off. Then Wednesday, and then I'm going out of town, so I might not do Thursday, Friday, or Saturday. I don't know. We'll see. But anyway, puck will roll out towards center ice. Into the corner there, and icing is called. So then we'll have another day off on that Sunday. And then it'll be Monday, Tuesday, and then Thursday, Friday, and then Sunday. So, yeah, you count all the days and all the games there.
-7 years old. Sorry. My bad. I thought he said, I thought the math was wrong. I was doing the math in my head. Does that make him 30 some odd?
Face-off will come to the right here of Stuart Skinner. Face-off's won here by Bouchard. Back behind the net there now for Jake Wallman. Wallman tipped out towards the blue line. I don't know what Danny Vaughn's talking about, but I just think it's hilarious, kind of. Anyway, puck's in a scramble for.
I remember seeing the theaters and being in love with it. I was like, man.
Shawshank Redemption. Never seen it. Here's Ekblad with it towards the blue line. Puck will roll into the corner there for Bouchard. Bouchard back behind the net. Jake Wallman will take it. Wallman, long toss out towards center ice. Deflected there by Reinhardt. Now Verhaeghe with it. Verhaeghe. Tipped in the corner there. Evander Kane was there. So is Jake Wallman. Now Aaron Ekblad back there. Reinhardt joins the party. Now it's Forsling towards the blue line. He'll feed it back into the hands of Verhaeghe. Nugent Hopkins. Boy, puck somewhere, and Edmonton comes up with it. God knows how that happened. But here's Forsling with it there. Forsling towards the blue line. Puck will roll back behind the net of Stuart Skinner, and that will be an icing.
Pitch runner Shumpert for George. And I imagine what's going to happen, you're going to see Shumpert go to play second base.
Uh-oh.
And play the outfield. That's
Switcheroonies.
I'm sure that's what that is. That's
in
not
Sioux
so much
Falls.
a running situation as it
Yeah,
is
so
getting
4-1 Sioux City. As long as they don't screw it up, we should be able to get the victory. Hopefully, we'll see. Face-off will come.
That was the South Atlantic League in 93, and they
Cross
just
our
wrapped up
fingers.
filming of
Face-off will come to the right of Bobrovsky. Face-offs, well, we have a false start, so we'll try it again. No sec can't play by the rules, I guess. I don't know. Well, neither can Draisaitl, I guess. Boy, Draisaitl's getting aggravated. There we go. No sec wins the draw. Although I do kind of like when they fake it, because then I think it gets both the players taking the face-off real riled up, and they... although I complain about it all the time, so let's maybe not do that. Here's a pass over. Oh, just went wide. Oh, my goodness. Mikala with it there, out towards center. Boy, that was close to being 4-3 Edmonton. Puck will roll back behind the net there for Barkov.
I've never been to Savannah. That was my first year in the game.
Off the boards. Here's McDavid with it. McDavid trying to get around Jones, and McDavid gets a shot off, surprisingly, and it was stopped there by Bobrovsky. We'll take a break. We'll be back. Don't go anywhere.
Hotel, so pitch is low for the ball, but the 1 plus in.
I think we just accidentally kissed. Quick, do something manly.
Bang. Yeah, I'm married. Doesn't matter. You do that for me? Really? Yeah, I'd like that.
Who are you talking to?
It's Jake from State Farm. Sounds like a really good deal.
Jake from State Farm at 3 in the morning? Who is this?
It's Jake from State Farm.
What are you wearing, Jake from State Farm?
Khakis.
She sounds hideous.
Well, she's a guy, so.
Another reason more people stay with State Farm. Get to a better state.
Welcome back, everybody. Let's get back to the game here quickly. Face off. Well, no, puck's in play. I don't know why I said face off, but here's Darnell Nurse with it. Nurse back behind the net there of Stuart Skinner. Nurse feeds it all the way down ice. Deflects. Now Kulikov with it. Kulikov tipped there by Sasha Barkov. And a scramble for it there at the blue line. Boy, Henrique's down there. Nurse. So's Marchand, the big rat. Marchand with it now. Nice moves in the corner. Marchand. Shot save made by Stuart Skinner. Rebound loose in front of the goal. Puck will roll back behind the net there for Brett Kulak. Kulak in a scramble for it there with Losterine, and now Lundell with it off the boards there for Kulikov at the blue line. Kulikov takes a shot, got blocked there in front. Now Nate Schmidt with it. Feeds one off the boards there for Brad Marchand. Here's Marchand with it. Pass goes through the crease. Now Schmidt for Lundell in the corner. Shot hit the post. Now there's Losterine down there in the corner. Losterine. Puck is fed back around the boards and down ice there towards center.
I never take that for granted, even the first time I go to a new place.
Here's Kulikov with it now with it. Skinner leaves it for Evan Bouchard.
Side for the ball.
Bouchard feeds one off the boards there for Janmark. 7:40 left to go here in this third period. We're tied up at 3. Here's Bennett with it in the corner. Bennett out towards center ice there for Verhaeghe. Verhaeghe, nice moves. Verhaeghe, shot. Oh, it was kind of a fan shot, but puck will roll off the boards there for Ekblad. Blad there at the blue line. Puck will roll into the corner there for Janmark. Janmark into the hands of Bennett out towards towards center ice. Excuse me. Here's John Klingberg with it. Klingberg out towards center. Klingberg, nice shot from center ice, but it was stopped there by Bobrovsky. Shawshank Redemption. Here, we'll see how old Danny Vaughn is. Okay, so it came out in 1994. If he was still in his 20s, then he was probably born in 1970, I'd say. Anyway, 6:53 left to go here in this third period. This is still anybody's game. Next score will probably be the winner, if I had to guess. Oh, crap, I'm at 5%. Okay, well, you know what? We're going to have to do this. Face-offs one. Here's Barkov with it. Barkov down there in the corner. I'll be right back with that.
Your first job, marriage, kids, college. What about your dream home? Retirement? At Security National Bank, we're here for the milestones and the day-to-day. Because when life happens...
Okay, we got it. So my phone is not going to die. Thank God for that. We'll have to do this. Whew, that was close. Yeah, it says my phone's at 5%. All right, face-off will come to the left here of Sergei Bobrovsky. Oh, a false start at the draw, which is just lovely. Come on, drop the puck. Drop the biscuit. Oh, a false start again. My goodness. Face-off's won there by Lundell. Here's Forsling. Puck is cleared out towards center ice. Marchand now with it. Puck sent out there for Nugent Hopkins. Here's Klingberg with it there, out towards center ice. Puck rolls off the boards there now for Marchand. Draisaitl now with it. And a scramble for Kapanen will have this one. Kapanen into the corner, picked up Sergei Bobrovsky with it. Bobrovsky, nice toss. Ooh, boy. It comes out to the blue line. Klingberg. Klingberg takes a shot. Save made. Rebound just skitters wide. There's another shot save made by Bobrovsky from Evander Kane. Oh, gosh. And there is some extras going on afterwards. Extra, extra. You know, like the TV show. We'll take a break. We'll be back. Don't go anywhere.
You hear something new at fountains today. People who think young say, Pepsi, please.
The lively crowd today agrees. Those who think young say Pepsi, please. Pepsi. For those who think young. Come alive. Come alive. You're in the Pepsi generation. You're in the Pepsi generation. You're in the Pepsi generation. Taste that beats the others cold. Pepsi pours it on. Pepsi's got that special taste created for the cold. You've got a lot to live, and Pepsi's got a lot to give. Simply irresistible. Simply irresistible. Turn me up. I can feel the joy all around. Each generation has found they've got their own kind of sound. So shout it out. That's why Pepsi. Pepsi. For those who think young.
Welcome back, everybody. Face-offs won. Puck will roll out towards center ice into the hands there of Kulak behind the net. Kulak sends one off the boards all the way down ice. This should be an icing. Yes, it will.
Whether he went 6 tonight, X has got 3 home runs. Righty matchup, the pitch. Going to loop down towards center. That'll be out number 2, though, coming in a few strides, and under will be Austin Davis. 2 away now in the final hope with the Canaries.
Face-off will come to the right as Skinner. Face-off Swan. Puck will roll into the corner. There's a shot by Ekblad. Was stopped by Stuart Skinner. Rebound there in front of the goal. 5:13 left to go here in this third period. Podkolzin feeds one down into the corner. Back behind the net. There, Aaron Ekblad with it. There now for Verhaeghe. Kulak with it now. Verhaeghe picked up there. Nugent Hopkins off the boards. Kasperi Kapanen with it behind the net. Kapanen there in front by Nugent Hopkins. It just went wide. Here's Verhaeghe with it now. Verhaeghe out towards center ice there for Brett Kulak. Kulak there now for Darnell Nurse. Back behind the net. Nurse feeds one out towards center ice. Nurse tipped into the corner. Nurse in a scramble for here. Draisaitl with it. There now for Alexander Barkov. Picked up there for Sam Reinhart now. Reinhart. 4:22 left to go. Here's Barkov. Tipped in front of the goal. Save made by Skinner. Whoa, baby. Here's Barkov with it now. Just on the cusp of 4 minutes left to go here in this third period. Puck will roll back behind the net there for Kulikov in a scramble for. Here's Wallman. A shot got deflected. Save made by Bobrovsky.
That's a base hit, though. Bartleby waved around. RBI for Achenbach, 4-2. So now the tying riddle bat here in the form of Calvin Estrada. Right back in the box. The RBI in the 27th out is a loot of the X's here. RBI for
Don't get too excited, though.
So tying run bats, 4-2 in the 9th inning. It'll be a wild ride to finish, it looks like, tonight. Estrada, 2 hits tonight, 4 trips, is 2 for 4. Is the righty matchup, the pitch.
Okay, sorry. Face-off's one. Here's Schmidt now with it. Schmidt down there in the corner. Deflected around. Puck will roll off the boards there for Marchand out towards center. Now there for John Klingberg. Klingberg feeds it on over across. Klingberg rolls off the boards there now for Arvidsson. Podkolzin with it in a scramble for there. Nosek after it. Bothquist out towards center. There for Marchand. Now Kulak with it. Marchand out towards the blue line. 3 minutes left to go here in this third period. Uh-oh. X's win it. 4-1. Or 4-2. Oh well, whatever. So back now to this game. 2:56 left to play. There's not a whole lot of time, but we'll see what happens here. Here's Podkolzin with it in. Podkolzin shot save made. Oh, it just went right through the crease. Oh my. Here's Kulak now with it. Picked up there by Kasperi Kapanen. Now Forsling with it. Forsling and a scramble for back behind the net there for Ekblad. Ekblad out towards center ice, and that'll roll and roll and roll and roll. Into the corner there for Darnell. Excuse me. 2:23 left to go here in this third period. Nurse out towards center ice. Edmonton Oilers, 2 multi-goal comebacks this postseason. They're 1 shy for the record in the postseason history of their franchise. Kulikov with it off the boards. Nugent Hopkins keeps one in. Back behind the net. Nate Schmidt now with it. Schmidt off the boards towards center there. Picked up Bouchard with it now. Bouchard now. Corey Perry pokes through. Nico Mikkola back behind the net. Mikkola in the corner off the boards. Out there for Tkachuk towards center. Tkachuk flings one back behind the net there of Stuart Skinner. Skinner flung around the boards. Here's Bouchard now with it. Stuart Skinner with it. Around the boards. Picked up Evan Rodriguez now with it. 90 seconds left to go here in regulation. Nico Mikkola with it back behind the net. Takes a shot, got blocked there in front. Barkov with it now. Out towards center. Here's Corey Perry with it. Oilers have a little over a minute if they want to get something going here. Well, both teams do. Reinhardt now with it. Reinhardt towards center at the blue line down there in the corner. There for John Klingberg. Klingberg on over across. 1 minute left to go here in regulation. Bobrovsky plays it into the corner there for Gustav Forsling with it. Now Brad Marchand. Icing. 49.7 seconds left for somebody to score here. My prediction might be right here. Boy, what a game it's been so far here tonight. Face-off will come to the right of Bobrovsky. Face-off's won. Puck will roll out towards the blue line there. Bouchard at the blue line. Broken stick. Takes a shot. Got deflected wide. Bobrovsky drags it into the corner. Puck will roll into the hands of Connor Brown behind the net. Brown down there. Kulak. Kulak back behind the net. Draisaitl. Half a minute left to go. Draisaitl on out. Bouchard shot went wide. Marchand with it off the boards. It's cleared all the way down ice. Don't touch it. That might be an icing, and it will with 18.4 seconds left. What are they complaining about? Oh, yeah, it did. So the puck went out of play, actually. I mean, either way, it's still a face-off in the Florida zone, whether it's an icing or it's a puck out of play. And if they rule it like that, they'll probably add maybe 3, 4, potentially even 5 seconds back on the clock here. Face-off will come to the right of Bobrovsky. They're just going to let it go. 18.4 seconds left to go. Yeah, they got to add maybe 2, like I said, 3 or 4 extra seconds back on the clock. Maybe set it to 21 or 22 seconds. Because it depends on how long it was. Yeah, I'd say 5 at the most. Oh, wow, they added almost 7. 25.3 seconds left. We'll see if that extra 6.9 will mean anything for any of these teams. Draisaitl will take the draw, though, with Barkov. I don't know why they keep pointing to McDavid. I just think that's kind of stupid, but anyway, puck will roll out towards center ice. And it's in the Florida bench and out of play with 14.5 seconds left to go.
14 and 5/10 seconds. 9-3.
Well, baby. Here we go. Face-off will come right in front of the Florida bench. 15.3 seconds left. Barkov wins the draw. Puck will roll off the boards towards center ice with Seth Jones. Here's Barkov now with it. Barkov off the boards towards center. 5 seconds left to go. Here's Draisaitl with it now for Barkov. Kulak sends one in. Pass got blocked and wide. And game 1 of the Stanley Cup Finals will go to overtime. My goodness, what a game this has been. We're going to take a break and we'll be back. Don't go anywhere.
All right. Making the pizza. Making the pizza. Sprinkle the cheese. Sprinkle the cheese. Hey, if you're looking for the best pizza, wings, subs, and salads, you need to give us a try. Eat in, take out, or deliver to your door. The huge line of specialty pizzas is second to none. And with 3 different restaurants to choose from. That's right, 3. Gang Mills, Lawrenceville, Elkland. Making the pizza. Making the pizza. So stop on down to one of 3 great locations or call us up to let our crews hook you up. Oh, yeah.
This flat tire needs a man, but when there's no man around. When there's no man around, Goodyear should be. Why? Watch this. New Goodyear Double Eagle carries its own spare inside. Lifeguard safety spare. A tire in a tire. Keeps on going. Next time, give her a second chance.
Schlitz. Come on. When you order a Schlitz, you don't think about the months it takes us to brew and age it. But the long, careful, golden age of Schlitz is what makes it America's choicest premium beer. No, but when you're out of Schlitz, you're disaster. You're out of beer, Schlitz.
Edgar, as you take the voice of this lovely woman, Mrs. Trump, and put it into this damn hat. Why? To tell the world the benefits of Aflac with sex appeal. Brilliant, sir. I know. Now throw the switch.
If you're hurt and can't work, Aflac can help pay your bills with cash.
Genius! And her? Aflac!
Consider the care and feeding of a motor vehicle. City buses lack diesel fuel. Little fellas take economy gasoline. Folks in the middle go for regular. And powerful cars use premium. But a car that knocks needs Gulf No-Knox. No-Knox is a special premium with additives that stop cars from knocking. Imagine what No-Knox can do for a car that doesn't knock. Try a little and see.
Welcome back, everybody. Well, I predicted it. If Edmonton tied it up, we were going to go to overtime. And you know what? That happened. So, yes, we are coming up on 11 p.m. Eastern time. So, for those of you expecting your local news right now, well, you'll just have to wait a little while longer. But yeah, boy, what a third period it has been. I mean, well, what a game, like I said, it has been. So, yeah, let's take a look at that third period. Well, shots that period, Florida just 2 for a total of 26, and then Edmonton 14 for a total of 36. And of course, at the 6:33 mark, Matthias Ekholm tied it up from Connor McDavid and Kasperi Kapanen. Only no penalties taken that period, actually, so the score remains tied up at 3. Nothing's really changed all that much. MLB scores from across the country. Right now, bottom of the 9th inning, the Diamondbacks lead the Braves 2-0. In the bottom of the ninth, like I said. Top of the sixth, the Orioles are at the Mariners tied up at 1. Bottom of the fifth inning, the Tigers lead the White Sox 4-3. Bottom 5 here, the Padres lead the Giants 5-0. Bottom of the fourth inning, the Twins lead the A's 1-0. Bottom of the third inning, the Mets lead the Dodgers 3-0. The Rockies beat the Marlins 3-2. The Brewers beat the Reds 9-1. The Red Sox beat the Angels 11-9. Pirates beat the Astros 3-0. Nationals beat the Cubs 2-0. Guardians beat the Yankees 4-zip. Blue Jays beat the Phillies 2-1. Rays beat the Rangers 5-4. And then the Royals at the Cardinals got called off because of rain. So yeah. American Association Baseball. Now, Winnipeg leads Kane County 7-2. They beat them earlier today. That's what I should say. Then Gary beat Lake Country 6-3. Lincoln beat Milwaukee 3-1. The X's beat Sioux Falls 4-2. The Railroaders beat the Dogs 4-0. And then the Monarchs beat the Red Hawks 3-2. And then in the College World Series, Texas beat Texas Tech 2-1 in Game 1. Of course, it's a best of 3, so we'll be following that as well. Well, yeah, coming up tomorrow night, of course, we've got Game 1 of the NBA Finals between the Indiana Pacers and the Oklahoma City Thunder. So yeah, make sure you join us for that at 8:30 Eastern Time. That's what time we'll be on the air for that. Hopefully you are there. If you're not, well then, it sucks to be you because you are not very cool. Yeah, I'm sorry. I gotta say it like it is sometimes, you know. But yeah, who knows how long this game could go tonight. It could be over quick. It could be over in the next 2 hours. Who knows? We'll see what happens. Like I said, if if Edmonton tied it up, it would go into overtime, but I think it could go 2 or 3 overtimes, I think. So we'll have to see what happens. See, the lucky thing in Edmonton is that it's only 8:02. Here in the studio, it's 10:02, so it's going to be very, very late. But that's what's going to make it fun, so yeah. Late night, gigantic Wednesday right here on RVN. It could turn into Thursday by the time the show's over with, but we'll see. Not only here in the Central Time Zone, but especially out in the East. Now it's the summer, so not a whole lot of people are working, so more people are able to stay up late with us. Right now, lines are open if you want to vote. We have had a whole bunch of votes. I'll just say that, to the tune of over 30 million votes. So thank you all so much for all of those votes. You guys are so ridiculous. But in a good way, obviously. So yeah, for that I am very happy. In fact, we're going to do a vote count in my ear now. 32.2 million votes. So thank you, like I said, so much for that. Yeah, we're going to take a break, and when we come back, overtime. Don't go anywhere.
Decisions. Do I want good, rich flavor or one that's lower in tar than the best-selling Filter King?
Wait. Now one cigarette gives you both. Pell Mell Gold. Newest U.S. government figures show Pell Mell Gold 100s now lower in tar than the best-selling Filter King. Longer, yet now lower in tar than the best-selling Filter King. You make out better at both ends with Big Tip Pell Mell Gold. Tastier, milder. Pell Mell Menthol, too.
Hey, I'm the new adjustable Gillette Techmatic razor. My brother, the old Techmatic, was made for average beards, but I have this new thing on the cartridge. I can take care of light beards, not so light beards, average beards, heavy beards, and even heavier beards. At this setting, I'll give you the closest shave you've ever had in your life. Remember my name, the new adjustable Gillette Techmatic razor.
There is no such thing as the perfect Tour de Europe.
TWA learned that 22 years ago, when we began working with travel agents on European tours. So we've covered ourselves. We offer literally hundreds of tours to Europe. No matter where you want to go, no matter how much time you have to spend, nor how much money you have to spend. With so much to choose from, it should be very easy for you and your travel agent to find the perfect TWA tour for you. And now's the perfect time to plan. Come in and take a tour of our tours.
If you crossed a clam with a tomato, you'd get a clamato. Clamato, the delightful blend of clams and tomatoes from Mott's. Not quite like clams or tomato juice. Tomato has its own flavor. Light, refreshing, rejuvenating. You have to taste it to believe it. Try Mott's Clamato. And you thought Mott's just made great applesauce.
Latest U.S. government figures show Silver Thin's lowest in tar and nicotine of all 100s tested, lower than most Kings. Can a cigarette that tastes as good as Silver Thin's actually be that low in tar and nicotine? Read the United States government figures. Try Silver Thins now in menthol, too.
Welcome back, everybody. Well, we are just about a minute or so away from overtime. Well, a couple of minutes, actually. But, boy, oh boy, what a game this has been so far. I can't wait to see how the rest of this game goes. I made a prediction, and I hold true to it, because part of it has happened so far, that if Edmonton were to tie it up, and they did, that this game would go into overtime. And that's exactly what happened. Second of all, the next goal would win the game, and that's going to happen tonight. However, the one prediction that we don't know as of yet, whether or not it's going to happen or not, is if this game goes into double, maybe even triple overtime. That was my other prediction, that if it's going to be, well, if it's going to go to overtime tonight, it's going to be a late night. So, yeah. And I wake up at 9:22 p.m. or 8 a.m. Sorry, I don't know why I wake up at that exact time. I just do, so don't judge me. Yeah. Sorry. Hopefully that didn't do too much to disturb the stream. Yeah, overtime's supposed to be 15 minutes. 9:54 plus 18, that'd be 10:12. I doubt that it would be an 18-minute period, because if it does, then, well, because it was 15 minutes earlier on in the postseason. Oh, yeah, they're coming back. So, we're good. Yeah, there's still daylight in Edmonton, Alberta, so, whew. As we get started here with overtime. Oh, really, Eddie Olczyk? Resilient, huh? No.
Yeah, I thought Edmonton was awfully comfortable throughout, even in that second period after they gave up the two goals to go down 3-1. I got the sense here at the bench that they were still very comfortable.
All righty. Who's ready for some overtime? We didn't have any overtime last year in the Stanley Cup Final, so you'd have to go all the way back to game number 3 of the 2023 Stanley Cup Final to find the last OT game in a final. How many times did I say final in about 30 words right just then and there? Anyway, here we go. Face-off is won by Nugent Hopkins, and Nurse will take it into the Oilers zone here. Here's Barkov with it now. Barkov, nice moves. Barkov takes a shot, save made by Stuart Skinner. Puck picked up there for Evander Kane. Now Barkov tipped there in front. Oh boy. That went off the stick of Reinhardt, God knows how many times, and Skinner still came up huge on that one. So Florida with a big-time start to this overtime. Yeah, 1, 2, and then Skinner. Boy, if that went in his 5-hole, that would have been, it would have been over. I have a feeling. Face-off will come to the right of Skinner. Face-off's won. Bouchard will get it down into the corner. Bouchard flips it out towards center ice there for McDavid. Now there's Nico Mikkola with it. And a scramble for in the corner. Losterinen out towards center ice. Losterinen there for Lundell. A shot save made by Skinner. Rebound loose in front of the goal. Puck will head out towards the corner there for Marchand. Takes a shot. Save made just barely. Oh boy, Skinner made the stop, and then it just barely went by the net. Holy. Here's Ekblad with it. Ekblad down there in the corner there for Losterinen. Down there for Lundell. Lundell behind the net. Taken there by McDavid. Up the left side there with Draisaitl. Draisaitl there, picked up Connor Brown behind the net. Connor Brown there, Verhaeghe gets a little stick on it there. Now Aaron Ekblad picks that one up. It rolls back behind the net. Ekblad weighing his options here. He'll finally throw it off the right side. Came back to him, actually, believe it or not. Here's Verhaeghe with it. Verhaeghe feeds one back behind the net there for Tkachuk. Tkachuk on back with Verhaeghe. There's Sam Bennett in the corner there. Kulikov. Kulikov feeds it on across. Takes a shot. Got blocked there in front. Rebound just went wide. My goodness. Here's Verhaeghe with it. Verhaeghe takes a shot deflected. Just skittered wide. Now that's Klingberg with it. Off the board. Cannot connect with Arvidsson. Here's Arvidsson with it. Now Podkolzin with it. Podkolzin in. Takes a shot. Save made by Bobrovsky. Picked up there by Sam Bennett. Now for Jesper Boquist with it. Down there in the corner. Kulak is there. Puck sent out towards center ice. There, Nosek. Now Henrique battling for it. Picked up there by Seth Jones. Here's Jones. Feeds it on over there to Boquist. 2.5 minutes have gone by here in overtime. Boquist now with it. Picked up Henrique off a skate. Out towards center, Losterinen with it. Henrique picked up there by Nico Mikkola. On over there to Seth Jones. Here's Jones now with it. Feeds it wide. Here's Reinhardt with it. Nice pick up there, Barkov, and that one will roll way up and out of play.
So far in this overtime, Carter Verhaeghe is inside position and just not able to go backhand, forehand. With the shot from Nate Schmidt.
My, oh my.
Postseason overtime goals. Look at the active leaders. 3 of them are in this game.
Face-off will come to the right here of Stuart Skinner. Face-off's won here. Reinhardt down there in the corner. On back, Leon Draisaitl with it. Draisaitl picked up there for Evan Bouchard. Bouchard now McDavid out towards center ice. McDavid feeds it wide there. Bobrovsky out towards the blue line there. Here's McDavid with it. Nice moves. McDavid batted around. Shot save made by Bobrovsky. Rebound back behind the net. McDavid on out there for Bouchard. Bouchard takes a shot. Save. Well, it went wide actually. Now Rodriguez with it up the right side. Evan Rodriguez feeds it back behind the net there of Stuart Skinner. There now for Bouchard. Bouchard feeds it back and behind there for Matthias Ekholm. Ekholm with it now. Bouchard deflected down into the corner. Seth Jones with it off the boards. Puck thrown down into the corner. Back there for Seth Jones. Lundell was there too. Lundell behind the net. Lundell out towards center ice. Now picked up here for Kapanen. Kapanen off the boards. Back behind the net of Bobrovsky. Evander Kane out there in front. Shot save made. Rebound went up high and wide. And out of play from Jake Wallman.
Well, we talk about the long changes in the overtime in the second period. Look at this here. Again, the change coming from this
0-6. Oh, Edmonton got lucky. It's okay, it happens sometimes. Oh, well, Starinen pretty much saved the day for Florida. Face-offs won. Puck will roll out towards center ice there for Sam Bennett. Bennett feeds it back behind the net there of Stuart Skinner. There now for Jake Wallman. Wallman back behind the net there. Here's Low Starinen out towards center ice. Big hit there on Wallman. Out towards center. Ekblad mishandles this one. Here's Kulikov with it now. Kulikov mishandled there by Ekblad. And what do we got? Ooh, we got extras. I know that. After the whistle. Lip service. Hey, I mean, that's not the worst thing he could have said. I mean, jeez.
Discipline's got to be at the highest. Quick little shot there by Ekblad.
And then all hell almost broke loose. We'll just say that. At least in this case, cooler heads prevailed. Remember, your local news will be coming up straight after the game this evening. In fact, we're just going to go off the air after this game's over with. We're not going to do any songs or games of the night. We're going to save all that for Friday night instead. So, because we don't have any kind of games or anything like that planned or songs for Friday night after the game. So, it'll be perfect. Face-offs won. Puck will roll behind the net of Skinner. Ekholm with it, picked up there by Bouchard. Off the boards out towards center ice. Picked up Seth Jones, pass across there for Rodriguez. Rodriguez feeds it back behind the net there with Reinhart. Reinhart there, Rodriguez shot save made by Stuart Skinner. Puck will roll into the corner. That'll roll off the boards all the way down ice, and this will be an icing. Hold cue type of pass. Okay.
Look at this pass here, beautifully done. Barkov with the flyby and Skinner.
And a screen on the way in end zone. Wow, Barkov providing the drive-by screen. What concentration by Skinner.
Uh-oh, now what's going on? Jeez Louise. Face-off will come to the right of Stuart Skinner. Face-offs won. Here's Ekblad with it. Feeds it on over there. Gustav Forsling with it. Back behind the net. Forsling there now for Marchand. Marchand down there in the corner with Evan Bouchard. Bouchard in a scramble for down there in the corner. Puck will roll out there towards center. Bouchard with it now. Uh-oh. Corey Perry applies the hit. And, well, it's an offsides. Luckily, it just got, blown down by the linesman before the Zebras could get to it. Face-off will come right in front of the penalty box. Henrik will take the draw here with Jesper Broquist. Faced off is 1. 5.5 minutes have gone here in this first overtime. Here's Kulak with it now. Kulak feeds it on over across there. For Nurse, off the boards. Bobrovsky will try and handle it. There's Godjevic with it. Godjevic. On out Tomas Nosek. On out there for Brett Kulak. Kulak handles this one off the boards out towards center. Kulikov feeds it off there for Boquist. Feeds it back behind the net there of Stuart Skinner. Nosek with it. Back there, Darnell Nurse. Here's Trent Frederick now with it. Frederick. Darnell Nurse now will handle this one. Nurse off the boards there for Brett Kulak. Back behind the net there of Bobrovsky. Bobrovsky feeds it off there to Seth Jones. Jones now with it. Out there for Sam Bennett. Back behind the net, Skinner will play it around. Rolls out towards center ice. Here's Nico Mikkola with it. Mikkola back behind the net there. Kane got the big hit, and then Nugent Hopkins a big hit on Seth Jones. Here's Wallman now with it. Tipped there by Kane back behind the net. Tipped there by Bobrovsky. Kachuk with it now off the boards. There now it's Sam Bennett. There's now Kapanen with it. Kapanen, nice moves. Kapanen just went wide. Whoa, boy. How did he miss that? What a move by Kapanen. Wow. What an effort. Both by Kapanen and by Bobrovsky. Hit the post. Oh yeah, Kapanen just dropped an F-bomb there. I don't think... Puck will roll off the boards out towards Bouchard down there in the corner, back behind the net. Bouchard off the boards. There for Ekblad. Uh-oh. Perry with it on out. Ekholm shot went wide. Perry now with it. Back Draisaitl for Perry. On back Bouchard towards the blue line there now for Ekholm. Ekholm takes a shot. Save made by Bobrovsky. Rebound there. It's cleared out towards center there. I thought, well, it was going out of play just about. And that'll be an icing. 12-14 left to go here in the first overtime. We are tied up at 3 apiece. Still, holy smokes. This truly is anybody's game. I mean, Florida, they started out with a few good shots, and then it's pretty much just been all Edmonton from there. I mean, it's pretty much been all Edmonton this game. I mean, really, if you think about it. Face-offs one, puck will roll into the corner. Out towards the blue line. Boy, everybody's standing up in Edmonton. They're all up on their feet right now. Out there towards, well, now they're all sitting down, but still. Here's Ekblad with it down there in a scramble for it. That'll roll all the way down ice. Icing waved off. Well, Skinner got it before it got to the red line. So, anyway, Nurse will pick it up behind the net. Nurse. Weighing his options. Feeds it off the boards out towards center. Picked up there for Janmark. Janmark towards the blue line, spins around a couple of defenders. Now Losterinen picks this one up there at center. Janmark with it. Feeds one back behind the net. Skinner feeds it around the boards there. Could not be played by Arvidsson. He and Lundell are there battling for it. Arvidsson now gets it away there for Brett Kulak. Puck up for grabs. Forsling and Janmark chase it down into the corner. Here's Losterinen with it. On out towards the blue line. Wallman takes a shot. Lundell got a stick on it. Wallman again. Oh boy, he somehow kept it, although he was... Oh, pass in front somehow. Missed. It had a wide open net. And now Marchand throws one out towards center. My goodness, and that will be an icing. Boy, I thought that was the game winner right there. We got to see this one again because... Let's see. Yeah, Wallman somehow stayed on his feet and got it on over. Boy, it was just Bobrovsky. Frederick had the perfect shot, but my goodness, boy. Well, if he would have lifted the puck, that would have been in the net. Sorry. Face-offs won. Here's Wallman with it now. Wallman out towards the blue line. Sorry about that, everybody. Here's Nugent Hopkins with it down there in the corner. Nugent Hopkins. There now for Kulikov with it. Kulikov there now for Marchand. Off the boards out towards center ice. There now Klingberg at center. 10.5 left to go here in this overtime. Nugent Hopkins with it. There now for Wallman. Wallman there at center. Picked up Evander Kane. Kane now into the hands of Kapanen. Kapanen at the blue line. Back behind the net there for Kulikov. There Kachuk now with it. Kachuk picked up there now for... Sorry, Ekholm now with it. Ekholm towards the blue line. Ekholm takes a shot, got deflected wide. Down there in the corner. Picked up McDavid now with it. McDavid in the corner. McDavid. There, Draisaitl. Pass across. There's a shot. Save made by Bobrovsky with 9:37 left to go here in overtime. Boy, oh boy. Well, we're going to take a break. We'll be back. Don't go anywhere.
What's your name? What's your name? Snow White.
Snow White, honey, you got no unfinished life music. You're gonna worry all over again. And then we hop over to Ireland and see my relatives.
Relatives? Oh, you know.
We can see 22 countries in 5 days.
This is the time when people are planning their vacations and confusion is king.
I want the fresh air in Switzerland.
TWA thinks you ought to see your travel agent before planning a vacation. He can save you time, money, aggravation.
Hey! Champagne! Artichoke!
Artichokes in the kitchen is 10 feet away.
You don't love me anymore!
It's settled. We're going to take the economy tour.
What's that?
That's where you stay home.
Your travel agent may even save your marriage.
Booking.com has all kinds of stays. Because a romantic hotel works for some.
That a mirror.
But not others. Find exactly what you're booking for. Booking.com, booking.yeah.
Welcome back. 9:37 left to go here in this overtime. Boy, oh boy. That's all I got to say. Face off will come to the left here, Bobrovsky. Well, my prediction is holding true right now. I don't know how many more times I could say that, but yeah, that's just... What can I say? Barkov and Draisaitl at the draw. Well, Draisaitl gets kicked out. Now McDavid gets subbed in. Face-offs won. Here's Bouchard with it. Shot went wide. Picked up there now. Ekholm with it in the corner there for Barkov. And a scramble for Barkov picked up there for Jones. Up the left side. Jones out towards center ice. Puck will roll back behind the net there of Skinner. There now for Ekholm. Ekholm out towards center. There's Seth Jones with it. Jones feeds it on over across. Sent back in behind the net there of Skinner. Now Ekholm with it. Ekholm weighing his options. He's got Draisaitl. Well, thought he was going to leave it to him, but instead Ekholm will just pick it up here. Ekholm back behind the net there for Bobrovsky. Bobrovsky down there in the corner. Picked up Rodriguez with it. Rodriguez towards center. Rodriguez off the boards. Picked up there for Kulak. Now Darnell Nurse at center. Nurse Tipped back, Arvidsson. Picked up there for Ekblad. Ekblad in the corner. Feeds one out towards center. And this will be an icing with 8:32 left to go. Well, game 2, Friday night, will be on the air for that. 7:30 Eastern time, just because we got some other fun stuff planned, as you know. So yeah, 7:30 Eastern time, Friday night, join us. Here's Nurse with it. Nurse, a shot just went wide. Picked up there. Oh, God. Here's Nurse with it back down there in the corner there for Losterinen in a scramble 4. Now for Gustav Forsling. Forsling went through Ekblad. Behind the net. Ekblad down there in the corner in a scramble 4. Brett Kulak with it towards the blue line. Takes a shot. Save made by Bobrovsky. With 8:07 left to go here in this overtime. Face off here will come to the left of Bobrovsky. Bennett will take the draw here with Adam Henrique. Henrique wins it. Here's Wallman towards the blue line. Wallman takes a shot, went wide. Picked up there for Connor Brown. Now that's Verhaeghe with it out towards center ice. Tkachuk with it back behind the net. There now for Bennett. Puck will be flown way up high and out of play. What's that supposed to be like? Anyway, face-off will come to the left here of Stuart Skinner. He's only faced 29 shots, which is kind of surprising. I mean, usually both teams would have at least, well, Edmonton, they're at 43, so about that, or maybe even more, but yeah. Face-off will come to the right. Or, excuse me, to the left of Skinner. Oh, my. I need a nap. Face-off's one. Here's Tkachuk with it. Tkachuk out towards the blue line. There now for Verhaeghe. Verhaeghe down there in the corner. Out towards center ice. They wave off the icing because, of course, the Zebras would. But puck will roll back behind the net there for Bennett. Bennett out towards center. 7.5 left to go. Here's Bennett. Nice moves. Bennett. Backhand shot went up high and out of play. Boy. Here we go. Face-off will come to the left here of Skinner. Well, they have a little bit of trouble getting it out of the dot here. Well, now finally they do. Godjevich with it. Now Ekholm will take it away. Back behind the net there for Ekholm. Ekholm out towards the blue line. There now Nosek with it. Nosek down there. Godjevich. Down there for Nosek. Nosek, nice moves. Takes a shot. Save made by Stuart Skinner. Oh, of course, blame him for being offside. Well, maybe we should have called it if it was. Oh, yeah. What can I say? Well, and sometimes what I think is kind of funny is the linesmen even yell like, hey, you're offsides, just as a little warning so that they don't call it. So obviously they don't like to do that, or they just don't like doing their jobs, one of the two. That's possible as well. Face-off's one. Puck will roll into the hands of Kulak. It's cleared out towards center ice. Off the boards, Forsling there now. Rodriguez with it. Barkov. There now Nurse. And a scramble for Rodriguez with it now. Off the boards. They're out towards the blue line. Forsling will try and keep one in. Now that's Ekblad with it. Firing it down into the corner. Nurse with it down there with Barkov. Behind the net. Barkov. Now picked up Rodriguez. Rodriguez in the corner. On out towards the blue line there for Ekblad. Ekblad takes a shot. Ooh. Off the boards and into the glove of Skinner. That could have ended horribly for Edmonton. I'll just say that. Well, 6:20 left to go here in this first overtime. I said during the intermission that, well, this was all the way back during the second period intermission at this point, but I said if Edmonton were to tie it up, this game would go to overtime. And not only did I say just one overtime, I said two, maybe even three. So I'm liking that my prediction is true. Or it's sounding like it's going to be true. We'll see. I'm hoping not, but we'll see. Face-off's won here by Evander Kane. Puck will roll into the corner. Out towards center ice. Mikkola with it there. Picked up for Jake Wallman. Wallman with 6 minutes left. Wallman feeds it on over. Puck's thrown out towards center. Jones can't get a handle on it. Rolls back behind the net of Skinner. Klingberg feeds it around the boards, all the way down into the corner, and icing will be called. Uh-oh, somebody lost their stick. Broken, too. Although it's not chopped in half like it usually is. One part's just slightly hanging on there, you know. Just like you. God, the arena music inside, I gotta say, has been really good in Edmonton tonight. I was kind of expecting to hear some songs in French, but you know what? That's fine too, I guess. Because they are in Canada, after all. Here we go. Face-off will come to the right of Skinner. Bennett will take the draw with Nugent-Hopkins. Nugent-Hopkins wins the draw. Here's Bennett with it there in front. Now taking there Kasperi Kapanen. He almost ended it a little while ago. Now here's Verhaeghe with it out towards center ice. Now there for Ekblad. Ekblad picked up there for Sam Bennett. Here's Bennett. Bennett, nice moves. Bennett's shot just went wide, and he'll end up with it here. Nicely done by him in the corner. Back behind the net there for Matthew Tkachuk with it. Tkachuk feeds one out Verhaeghe. Verhaeghe back behind the net there for Ekblad. Ekblad down there in the corner. Ekblad there for Verhaeghe. Behind the net, Reinhart. Now Verhaeghe with it again. Verhaeghe now Podkolzin behind the net. Podkolzin off the boards out towards the blue line there. Matthew Tkachuk with it. Tkachuk, 4:50 left to go here in this overtime here. That is Klingberg with it. Klingberg now, Kasperi Kapanen with it. Podkolzin with it out towards center ice. Kulikov will pick up this one. Kulikov hands one over. Nate Schmidt with it. And he plays it offsides. Nice. Boquist is just like, huh? He's confused, but, you know, it is what it is. Oh, boy. Paul Maurice is mad, too, about that. Oh, well. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Alrighty. Face-off will come right in front of the Florida bench. Henrique will take the draw with Sasha Barkov. Barkov wins the draw. I wonder how he got that name. That's what I want to know. Because it's Alexander. That's his real name. But now everybody just started calling him Sasha out of just out of the blue, randomly, I gotta say. Here's Nurse with it. We're going to research that if this game goes to an overtime intermission. Barkov with it there towards center. Picked up there for Adam Henrique, and a scramble for now Rodriguez. Barkov, Brown, Henrique, Kulak. Who else? Lots to join. No. Nate Schmidt will take this one. Schmidt up the right side. Schmidt tipped there by Reinhardt. Puck will roll down into the corner. Behind the net, that's Kulak with it. Kulak tipped out towards center ice. Bennett flings one towards Stuart Skinner. Now Kulak will take it back behind the net. Kulak, 3:34 left to go here in overtime. Kulak weighing his options here. Kulak feeds one off the boards towards center. Picked up there for Verhaeghe. Here's Verhaeghe with, Marchand, I guess. Sorry. Marchand back down there in the corner. There now for Draisaitl out towards center. Losterinen with it. There into the hands of Seth Jones. Jones feeds one towards center. McDavid with it. Here's Perry with it now. Perry back behind the net. There now for Draisaitl. Off the boards towards center. It'll roll down into the corner. Icing. A little less than 3 to go. Well, if we do go to intermission, we'll recap, what's gone on here in overtime. Some scores from across the country. And, yeah, that's all coming up on the overtime intermission report. If we get there, 2:56 left to go. It could end before then. We'll see. Face-offs, false start, actually, we'll call it. Oh, the linesman will call it. I didn't call it. The linesman did. Sorry. Just thought I should make that clear. Lundell and Nugent Hopkins on the draw now. Nugent Hopkins wins the draw. Here's Bouchard with it. Slap shot. Ekholm went wide. There's Lundell with it. Down there for Seth Jones. Down there, Losterinen out towards center ice. There now, Marchand with it, taking a shot, dragged back behind the net there by Skinner. Ekholm with it. Ekholm there for Nugent Hopkins. Nugent Hopkins out towards center ice. Puck will roll down into the corner behind the net of Bobrovsky. Icing is called. 2:34 left to go. I don't know what will happen Friday night in Edmonton. Who knows, huh? We'll probably only need 2 periods, just based on how tonight's gone, but anyway, face-off will come to the right here of Stuart Skinner. Nugent Hopkins will take the draw with Bennett. Face-offs 1. Puck will roll off the boards down into the corner. There now for Bennett. On out Ekblad with it. Ekblad back behind the net. There now for Ekholm. Ekholm behind the net. Ekholm now, Ekblad tipped up into the air. There for Bennett. Now Verhaeghe with it. There now Nugent Hopkins with it. Uh-oh. Bouchard rolls around a defender. Here's Bouchard and shot just went wide. Ooh, baby. Dropped my pencil. 2. Here's Verhaeghe with it. Down there in the corner. There now for Jake Wallman. Oh, baby. Bouchard out towards center. There, Podkolzin. Here's Arvidsson. Shot save made by Bobrovsky, and it rolls wide. Nosek with it. Back behind the net. Nosek. And that one's out of play. And this should be a penalty on Florida. And I think it will be. Nosek to the box, boy. Well, the first penalty of overtime, and it's on a delay of game. Because Nosek can't control where he throws the puck. My goodness. Well, let's see what happens. Oilers will be on the power play for the rest of overtime, plus, 17 seconds into the second overtime if we get that far. Face-off will come to the right of Bobrovsky. So, Draisaitl, Nugent Hopkins, McDavid, Perry, and Bouchard out there. The power play unit for Edmonton. McDavid will take the draw here with I believe that was Lundell. Face-offs one. Here's Nugent Hopkins with it. Nugent Hopkins there now for Bouchard. Bouchard towards the blue line. There, Draisaitl back for Bouchard. Bouchard now to McDavid. And there, Nugent Hopkins for McDavid. McDavid back for Bouchard. Bouchard to McDavid. McDavid shot. Oh, hit the post and up high and out of play. Oofda. I heard some metal, so I don't think it went off of anybody. I think it just went off the post and out of play. Maybe it didn't hit any metal, but still. Do they want to use their timeout, though? I don't think so. Oh, my face-off will come to the right here of Bobrovsky. Draisaitl will take the draw with Lundell. Well, a false start, because that just seems to happen. I just love it when the linesmen just be who they are. Oh, well, there they go again. Another false start at the face-off. You know, if we added up every single time the linesman delayed dropping the puck, it would be probably, well, at this point, 5 to 6 minutes. Which, I mean, who knows, really. Nugent Hopkins with it. I don't know if it's gotten better or worse each year, to be honest. Although, because it's been a constant problem. Puck will roll back behind the net there of Stuart Skinner. Picked up there by Bouchard. Bouchard, 47 seconds left to go here in overtime. Here's McDavid with it at center. If anyone's going to end it, it's him. McDavid there for Nugent Hopkins. Nugent Hopkins off the boards there for Bouchard. Back to Nugent Hopkins towards the blue line. Nugent Hopkins down there in the corner. There's McDavid out in front. Shot scores! Draisaitl wins it in overtime. Boy, oh boy. Edmonton will take game one. 31 seconds even left to go. A power play goal nonetheless to end it. Wow, 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 wow. Well, we'll take a break. We're going to wrap things up when we come back. Don't go anywhere.
Take Salem out of the country, but you can't take the country out of Salem.
Super King Size Salem, the extra length cigarette that takes your taste to the country, wherever you light up.
You can take Salem out of the country, but Winston tastes good like a cigarette should. Winston tastes good like a cigarette should.
If you're looking for good taste in your cigarette, we're playing your song.
Welcome back, everybody. Well, we're just going to wrap things up quick and get off the air, because, yeah, why not? Anyway, well, we'll kind of recap that overtime. Yeah, so, well, Tomas Nosek, the only penalty of the period, of course, delay of game for throwing the puck over the glass. And then, well, didn't take long. I'll just say that. Just a little while later, of course, the Oilers ended it. So, yeah. Anyway, shots that period, Edmonton 10 for a total of 46. Florida, total of 6 for a total of in that period, they had 6 for a total of 32. There we go. That's what I'm trying to say. Oof, I'm getting confused. MLB scores here. Top of the 8th inning. They're still going on. The Tigers lead the White Sox 5-4. Middle of the 8th inning, the Orioles lead the Mariners 3-2. Top of the 8th, right now the Giants lead the Padres 6-5. Bottom of the 7th, the Twins lead the A's 3-1. End of the 5th inning, the Mets lead the Dodgers 3-0. The Rockies beat the Marlins 3-2. The Brewers beat the Reds 9-1. The Red Sox beat the Angels 11-9. Pirates beat the Astros 3-0. Nationals beat the Cubs 2-0. Guardians beat the Yankees 4-0. The Blue Jays beat the Phillies 2-1. The Diamondbacks beat the Braves 2-1. And then the Rays beat the Rangers 5-4. And then the Royals and the Cardinals, they got in a rain delay. And rain just caused the postponement. It got canceled for today. It's going to be played tomorrow. No big deal. It happens, you know. American Association now. Winnipeg beat Kane County 7-2. Gary beat Lake Country 6-3. Lincoln beat Milwaukee 3-1. X's beat the Canaries 4-2. Cleburne beat Chicago 4-0. And then Kansas City beat Fargo 3-2. And then college softball. Well, it's the Women's College World Series 2-1. Texas beat Texas Tech. So yeah, that is going to do it for our broadcast here this evening. Thank you all so much for joining us. We will be back here tomorrow night at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time. 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Pacers at the Thunder. It's going to be a fun one tomorrow night, so make sure you are there for that. Thank you all so much for joining us, and we will see you tomorrow night. Stay tuned for your late local news, the RVN News at Night and RVN Late Night over, well, all of these stations. Most of them, except for on the West Coast. Good night.